I miss you when I can't sleep, or right after coffee, or right when I can't eat. I miss you in my front seat. Still got sand in my sweaters from nights we don't remember. Do you miss me like I miss you? Fucked around and got attached to you. Friends can break your heart too, and I'm always tired but never of you. Everyone I do right does me wrong, so every lonely night I sing this song.
I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't put nobody else above you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I want you. You want her, you need her, and I'll never be.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's on my phone, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday, you forgiven me.
Up the volume.
Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all mirror me back. Yeah, hear me rap, it's like G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., rap's great for dead. Back to take over the globe, and I break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Slow Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low with the yacht, got a triple deck. But when you young, what the fuck you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Goddamn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open a hand with no pen? Just draw off inspiration. So you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap imitation.
We were staying in Paris to get away from your parents, and I thought, wow, if I could take this in a shot right now, I don't think that we could work this out on the terrace. I don't know if it's fair, but I thought, how could I let you fall by yourself? Well, I'm wasted with someone else. If we go down, then we go down together. They'll say you could do anything, they'll say that I was clever. If we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything, it shows and we are better.
He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say?
Say you could do anything, they'll say that I was clever. When we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything, that shows that we are better.
You didn't close the door, left a crack open. I couldn't ignore the faint possibility of having hope in this insanity that we still could be, but we're stuck floating in between. Put me on the shelf, discipline myself to let the sparks die out. I'm shattering anything that has reflections of you. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual. Just say you feel the way that I feel. I'm feeling sexual, so we should be sexual.
Educated, with money, he's well dressed, not funny, but he'll put the bill in all situations, 'cause he pays for everything. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. Boys will laugh at girls when they're not funny. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you.
I'm still gonna send it. are the woman that I'm really pursuing, and I would like to get to know you. Can you give me your name? If you jot down your number, you'll get mine in exchange. Hey. See, I'm the man of this town, and I hope you wouldn't mind if I showed you around. So when you go to certain places, you'll be thinking of me. We got people to meet and many places to see. Hey, I'm really digging your lips, but be careful where you walking when you swinging them hips. I'm kinda concerned that you'll be causing a crash with your traffic jam, booty heads causing so fast. Hey, I wouldn't trade you for the world, I swear it. I like your hair in every style that you wear it, and how the colors coordinate with your clothes, from your manicured nails to your pedicured toes.
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, it's only you and me.
You come from a land down under. I run and go and I'm under. Don't you hear that thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover. And she said, you come from a land down under. I run and go and I'm under. Don't you hear that thunder? You gotta run, you gotta take cover.
Gatorade me, bitch.
I close my eyes and imagine the good life. Better than the life I lived when I thought that I was gonna go crazy. Now my grandmama ain't the only girl calling me baby. And if you feeling me now, then put your hands up in the sky and let me hear you say, hey, hey, I'm good.
Feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where it starts. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home.
Take my hand now. Reload. This is free love. That's what we are made of. Yes, we are. Reload. This is real love. That's what we are made of. Yes, we are.
Trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you.
So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause once you're mine,
Well, calling my name is just something about you turns me so savage. If I'm gonna be honest, I can't help but stay, yeah, I'm losing my balance. I've been running in circles around you to please, yeah, I do what I need to. So pardon my manners, just something about you turns me to a savage.
serving. Gonna be honest, I can't help but stay, yeah, I'm losing my balance. Don't be running in circles around you to please, yeah, I do what I need to. So pardon my manners, just something about you just means so a savage.
Waiting for the time to pass you by. Hope the winds of change will change your mind. I could give 1,000 reasons why, and I know you, and you've got to make it on your own, but we don't have to grow up, we can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why, but you're going, and you know that all you have to do is stay a minute, just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is wait a second. Your hands on mine. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is.
Nobody else needs to know where we might go. We could just run down red lights. We could just run down red lights. I used to think that I would not go on, and life was nothing but an awful storm. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to absolutely everyone. I hope you guys are excited, ready to rock and roll, because I sure am. I sure am. It is right now 7:14 in the market. Getting ourselves ready to rock for this day and getting ourselves ready to go. Some new opportunities, some new trades, and some new chances of success. Traders, let's turn it up right here and right now. Let's make sure that we cross that $10,000 mark on the small account challenge today. That's the goal. Goal today. One goal here today. Cross again the $10,000 mark on the small account challenge. Now, how do we do that? We do that by getting our accounts up over $600 in profit today. Our small account has been sitting at $9,400 for about the past 3 to 4 days. We are looking for that $600 trade. We're looking for that $600 opportunity. We are looking for that trade that's truly going to make us some money. So, that's what I want right here and right now. I want that $600 trade where we are going to be able to make some good cash. SNYR, SBEV, ABTS, BULL, right? What is going to be truly the best play to be able to make us that money, make us that cash, make us that profit, make us that opportunity? So I want to talk about some plays here today, guys. I'm going to turn off the music right here. I want to break this on down. I want to make sure that we're all set. All right? What do we have here? First things first, team. I am seeing MYTA, right, or MTVA right here on Fox Runner. You guys can see MTVA, 3-star press release, talks about positive top line phase 1 data. So again, if you're wondering, Deck, why is it not exploding on up? It's only phase 1 data. It's not phase 2 or phase 3. It's still a great solid press release. You could see it's still a stock that, again, is moving itself on up. Traders 100% like MTVA. It's not bad in any sort of means. And I would say, hey, MTVA definitely has potential to be able to work itself up a little bit higher. Keep your eyes peeled over on MTVA. What else do you guys have? We also have SNYR. Unfortunately, there is no news. I woke up this morning, I started alerting SNYR at around like 6:30 in the morning. The stock was coming on up to 460, 470, broke $5, ran up to 540, spiked up to 590. It just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher. There was no news. There's no credibility. SNYR just came right back on down. What about SBEV? Now, what can you guys notice about this morning that's different than yesterday? Yesterday, we had an issue. What was the issue that we faced yesterday? There weren't any low float runners. Yesterday, there weren't any low float stocks. Yesterday, there weren't any low float plays. You know what's great about today? Is that we do have SNYR, we do have SBEV, we do have ABTS, we do have MTVA, we do have JDZG. All of these plays are low float stocks. And since they're low float movers, guys, these all could potentially go on crazy rips and runs. What's going on with ABTS right now? Has a $1.25 spread. Any sort of news actually over on ABTS right here? Just want to see if there's any credibility. Nothing. Okay, so that's just another random little low float mover right there over on ABTS. No actual credibility behind it. SBEV, no. SNYR, no. So there's actually no news on these plays. Let's just double check that though over on Fox Runner. What do we have here? We have news on MTVA, right? Top gainers with news are filing. MTVA, 31% gain, positive top line data. SKYE demonstrates 30% weight loss in their drug. DTIL right here talks about receive FDA fast track. So MTVA is a top gainer. Again, does have news, but it's not a massive top gainer. SKYE has news, but not really that big, only up 11% and only up 6%. We could see some other top gainers such as SNYR up 144%, no news. We could see PWP 47%, 45%. There are stocks that are higher up this morning that do not have any credibility whatsoever at all. We can see MTVA did come out with those positive results as we just talked about. And then we can also see SNYR right here, no news, 3.64 million in float. So it says SNYR 171% gain, no news, 3.64 million in float. The number one top gainer this morning is a low float runner. Ever since the S&P 500 dropped below 500 last week, we started seeing a lot of microcap stocks spike from no credibility whatsoever. It seems like as long as there is a low float, there will be buyers that will look to push up the stocks. So under the, what we have right here is while we want to alert this stock to you and bring it to your attention, we also want you to be aware of the risks. As of now, this is a pure momentum play with no reasoning / credibility. Please trade with caution and follow your game plan. So that just talks a little bit more about float of the stock. You know, we already know all about that. So basically, guys, when it comes on down to out of today, it's great. We do have a lot of low float movers. SNYR, 1 million in float. SBEV, 1 million in float. ABTS, 1 million in float. MTVA, 2 million in float. MSGM, 1 million in float. But as of now, SNYR starting to fade and fall a little bit. SBEV starting to fade and fall a little bit. ABTS has a very large spread, only $1.25. There's only been one order that went through. So a little bit could crash right back on down. MTVA starting to fall a little bit. All of these plays have potential, but all of them are just stocks that, you know, we wouldn't want to touch just yet. It makes sense? All of them have potential, but none of these are stocks that we want to pull the trigger just yet. None of these are plays that we want to pull the trigger just at this exact moment. All of us want to kind of sit back, wait and watch and see, of course, what we are going to be getting here next. Okay? Now, with that being stated at this time here, what do you guys really like about these plays here? Low floats, lack of news. We got to wait until about 7:30 comes on up. But what I want to do is let's look at the number one top gainer of yesterday. Guys, BULL, number one top gainer of yesterday. Could this be a play that we want to look at going into today? Well, traders, let's think about something here. BULL, this stock yesterday went from the price of $10. Yes, guys, correct. $10. Spiked up towards around $26. Then it went from $26 to $30 to $40 to $50 to $60 to running all the way up towards $80. An $80 climb right there, guys. Wow. Now, a lot of you guys know this, but usually the best dip buy, a lot of times, again, usually the best dip buy is going to be anywhere between a probably 40 to 45% pullback. Okay? That's usually where the best dip buy is going to be at. So let's just do some very easy math. We can do it together, guys, right? If we see a stock go from the price of $10 and we spike all the way up towards the price of $80, this collectively is going to be a $70 move. What is going to be a 50% drop, right, of a $70 move? That is going to be $35. So what is going to be slightly less than $35? It is going to be more around $30. $30 drop from the high of the day is going to probably be right around our happy medium. That's going to be right around a 40-45% drop. So if this stock, again, $80 and we fall back on down about 45%, that's going to be putting us at our best dip buy right around the $50 natural support line. That is going to be where we could possibly see a dip buy and an opportunity to be able to profit. So BULL right here, traders. If we want to take a look over on this play, we could see an absolutely beautiful spike. But what do we want to realize is probably, again, somewhere back on down towards around that $50 mark will be the best area for that perfect dip buy, I think. Now, there's two ways that you could trade this. Number one, the way that you could trade this if you want is just get involved with BULL. Get involved with BULL when it comes back on down towards around $50. You can actually see $50 right here. $50, nice support. You see $50, but you could also see just in general, it comes back on down, finds a bottom and shoots back on up. Comes back on down, finds a bottom and shoots back on up. Comes back on down, finds a bottom and shoots back on up. So the thing is, if you can get a new bottom right here, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you guys to be able to make a profit. If you guys could get that new bottom right there, that's where you guys can be able to make a lot of cash, and that's where you guys can be able to make a lot of money. But at the same time here, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you guys to see is I want you guys to realize we are on a very nice downtrend, right? We're on a very nice downtrend at this moment. We know that buying opportunity is actually going to come through at the break of the downtrend. So once again, the downtrend breaks, that's where we'll actually see some more buying volume. So as of now, what do we have here? Strong top resistance. We have bottom support, break of, again, the downtrend. We could see a spike towards the upside. But at the same time, we also need to be aware is if we crack this support line, we could be seeing new lows as we drop and get tighter and tighter and tighter. So really, again, when we take a look over on BULL right here, the previous number one top gainer of yesterday, BULL has a lot of potential. It's either look for that dip buy off $50, or again, wait for the break of the downtrend to try to squeeze and get its next leg on up. But again, both stocks could easily rip it, this play could easily get a lot of hype, easily get a lot of potential, and really be able to squeeze and spike up towards around new highs. And the reason why I say that is just because this is a crazy mover from yesterday. So yesterday, what really happened over on this play? We can scroll on down here and we could be able to see BULL, right? BULL spikes 374% yesterday, over a $60 gain at its peak. Bull spiked dramatically yesterday, soaring approximately 375% to close at $62, with intraday peaks reaching as high as 79.56. So the stock went crazy. Right? Why did the stock spike so hard? It says again, post-IPO momentum, retail investor friendly, speculative trading, market context. So again, it's a SPAC play. It's a low float stock. It's a meme play. It's talking about Webull, right? Bull went on a crazy rip and run yesterday. So, Bull was a very hot play that a lot of traders like, a lot of people are focusing on. And I would definitely say, keep your eyes peeled on it going into today. This is definitely a stock that, has potential for us. So, while we have some low float stocks this morning, we have a few low float stocks this morning, Bull could definitely be a nice dip buy and bounce play opportunity for us today as well. All right, so Bull was the number one top gainer, as you guys could take a look at yesterday. That was the stock that had the best move, the biggest rip, and the biggest climb. A little side note, just a little side note here, guys. Nvidia is coming home, USA. So Nvidia $500 push. Is this from Trump's tariffs? So Nvidia announced a push to produce Nvidia AI supercomputers entirely in the US for the first time. Its Blackwell AI chips have started production in Phoenix and at Taiwan's semiconductor plants. The news comes after President Trump imposed high reciprocal tariffs on a long list of countries. So what we have here, guys, is Nvidia is actually making factories now in Arizona and Texas. So Arizona and Texas, Nvidia is here. So is that going to help out Nvidia? Is that going to hurt Nvidia? Is that just going to make the American people excited? Is that going to make Nvidia more affordable? Like, what's going to happen there? So again, Nvidia is trying to move their operations to the United States. Now, again, what does Trump want? Trump wants us to be able to keep money in the United States. He doesn't want to send money to Taiwan. He doesn't want to send money to China. He doesn't want to send money anywhere else than the United States and keep the money here. So that's, again, it's basically Trump's tariffs is deterring one of the top companies in the entire world from going somewhere else and doing it in the United States. So take that how you want it. Now, let's see what else we get coming up here in the next 3 minutes. In the next 3 minutes, we should be having some more news. It's only 7:30, right? 7:30 news. But let's see if we do get a crazy spike. Let's see if we do get some crazy action. Let's see if we do get some crazy hype. And let's see if, again, some plays start breaking on out in a stronger manner. So again, I would love to be able to see that a little bit of stronger manner, a little bit more crazy hype, a little bit more crazy momentum on this day, you know, and really set the tone. That's what I want to do, guys. I want to set the tone out of today. I want some plays to wake on up. I want some traders to jump on out of the board. I want people to say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's freaking game time here. That's what I want. So traders, if you guys are watching over on YouTube today, if you guys are over on Tradecaster, if you guys, wherever you're at, smash that thumbs on up right now. Get the people excited. Get the people motivated. Let's get ready to rock and roll. And as you guys know, right now we have 2 minutes until the 7:30 a.m. press release wave. Now, as you guys know, you have also 2 more days to sign up to the Black Friday sale. Guys, we started the Black Friday sale yesterday. We have today and tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of the Black Friday sale. Make sure you guys do not miss out. Every single membership is 50% off. Usually, a lifetime membership is $3,200. A lifetime membership now is $1,600, $1,700 off. Usually, a year membership is $1,700. It's now $870. Usually, a semi-annual membership is $870. It's now $435. Every single membership is 50% off. Make sure you guys take advantage of it. Also, One Stop Prop, the prop firm I use, they're 40% off. Fox Runner, 30-day free pass. Trade Ideas, 25% off. So, make sure that you guys are all set and you guys are taking advantage of this if you want to be part of our Tradecaster community, or if you guys want to upgrade your subscriptions. Upgrade your subscriptions and be able to get lifetime access for half. Basically, the deal is right here, guys. If instead of paying an entire year, you could pay the entire year and have access to life to Tradecaster. You will never have to pay another dollar after, again, you get a lifetime membership. So again, make sure you guys check that on out. Make sure you guys are good to go and ready to rock and roll. So guys, we got a big day ahead of us. Let's get ready to make this money. Also, we are doing a very big giveaway. Probably Thursday, where everyone who purchases anything from Black Friday is in the running for one-on-one mentoring from myself, where I'm going to, again, jump on Zoom calls, phone calls, watch you trade, and help you become the best trader you can become. So make sure, again, you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll on that. Those the link. Get yourself excited, ready to rock and roll. It's Black Friday, baby. Let's keep making this money. Traders, little side note. We do have BULL coming on down towards lows right now. Would anyone be interested in a possible BULL coming on up towards $50? Or would you guys rather wait for that break of that downtrend? You know, maybe when that downtrend breaks, we start seeing some more buying volume. Maybe when that downtrend breaks, we start seeing a little bit more hype. We start seeing a little bit more momentum. Guys, it is 7:30 right now. I am not in on anything at this moment. Not in on anything at this time. But I do want to see if something's going to start this day on off in a strong fashion. Can something wake up here? Get this day going the way we want. Guys, UCAR is only 33,000 in float. I could imagine this play maybe just going crazy just because it's so low in float. UCAR and Elmo joint venture for swapping solutions for Portugal taxi sector. I could imagine UCAR just going on a crazy spike, rip and run, just because, again, it's 33,000 in float. And it kind of comes on down to what? It kind of comes on down to the lower the float, the bigger the spike, right? How many times have we seen that? The lower the float, the bigger the spike. The lower the float, the bigger the rip, the bigger the run. So what do we have here, guys? Statistics. Take a look over on this play. Scroll on down. Float. This says 2.5 million. So 2.5 million in float. Okay, so again, maybe it won't go too crazy. I was going to say if this one starts going wild, maybe just give it a chance. High risk, but hey, there's definitely a lot of reward because a lot of the plays every morning are just low float gap ups. Low float gap ups right here. Also, a little sign out, BULL is coming back on down towards that $50 mark. BULL sitting right next to that $50 mark. We're going to see a BULL can maybe again start getting a bounce. If you do want to enter this play, you can just wait for that break of that downtrend. Break of that downtrend. Buyers are definitely going to be excited, right? Break of this downtrend. Buyers are definitely going to say, hey, Dek, you know what? I want to get involved in this play. Hey, you know what? This is a stock that could easily go on a big rip and run. So make sure that you guys are all ready to rock here. All right, so right now here, traders, we are not forcing, we are waiting for, again, we are waiting for better volume. We are waiting for a little bit more action. We're waiting for a little bit more hype. We're waiting for a little bit more, just everything. You know, I want to pull the trigger on the best play. My goal today, my single goal here today is going to be, can we get ourselves up over $600 in profit? That's what I want. Can we get ourselves up over $600 in profit to cross again the $10,000 mark, the legendary doubling up the small account? That's what I want to do, guys. I want to double up the small account today. We started with $5,000. Today could be the day that we cross over $10,000. Can we make that happen? Right? So that's very important to me. Very important in every single way. Traders, we do have BULL, guys. Here comes BULL at a low of the day. If for anyone that is interested, make sure you guys go check that on out. BULL, low of the day right here. So a lot of people are probably going to look for that dip buy, look for that bounce play off again that $50 mark. So again, watch that dip buy and bounce play off that $50 mark. There has been not too much news at 7:30. We only had 4 press releases at 7:30 so far. 4 press releases at 7:30 at this moment. So we are waiting and watching. So again, 2 different options, traders. Really, again, I just posted this picture over in chat, but all you got to do is just play this picture, play this image. However you see this image. Bounce, 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 bounce. Break of the red line, get a breakout, dump underneath support, watch the sell-off. This right here, what is right above me, right at this area, this is how, again, you could trade the rest of this day. This is how you could trade the BULL the entire time. Bounce, 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 bounce. Strong resistance across the board. Break of that area, you get the breakout. Crack of that area, you get a little sell-off. That's it. Make your life simple. Don't put yourself in any sort of bad position. Understand, of course, what we currently have and what we're currently seeing at this moment. So, BULL still, again, has potential. If you want to jump in at $50 and say, hey, Dek, you know what? I'm just going to have a stop loss at like 48, go for it. If you want to say, yeah, I'll give it a chance, why not? Go for it. Or you can say, hey, I'm going to wait until it breaks this downtrend. After it breaks this downtrend, that's where we start seeing a little bit more hype. That's where we can start seeing a little bit more momentum. That's where we can start seeing a little bit more action, right? That's what we truly want to see. So right here, traders, we want to stay smart. Got to look for, again, this action. We got SNYR, SBEV, ABTS, ARBB, MTVA. Still watching to see, of course, what plays are going to be moving. What plays are going to start getting a little bit more action and what plays are going to be getting that hype. Right now, team, there is nothing at this time. So let's go over to the S&P 500 here today. The S&P 500, for anyone who was not here yesterday, we are sitting. Yesterday was actually the slowest day that we've had in a while. As we know, it seems like every single day, the S&P 500 goes from 565 and dumps down to 536, dumps $30. Goes from 536, dump on down towards 506, dumps $30. Goes from 507, dumps on down to 485, dumps $30, but then spikes on up to 520, goes on a $40 rip, but then dumps $40, and then spikes $50, and then dumps again $40. And it kind of seems like we're finally calming down a little bit. Now, the S&P 500, as we calm on down, can we move ourselves on up here today? The S&P 500, traders, if we want to take a look over on this play, everyone just go back into a little bit of a larger time frame. Go back to like a 15-minute time frame here. 15-minute time frame over on the S&P 500. What can you guys see? Or let's actually go back to something a little bit bigger. 30-minute time frame. This 30-minute time frame, guys, is still the same exact time frame that was holding up from yesterday. Right? Yesterday, we had this image, right? You can go back over towards Fox Runner here, and you guys can go right here to the news alerts and click yesterday. Go to Monday, the 14th. And what was, again, the main thing that they wanted you to see here? It was this image right here. I'm going to move myself to the other side so that you guys can actually gauge this and see it. But what you guys have here is you have this beautiful uptrend. And I know there's a lot going on with this image, so you guys just have to take it slow. 485, that's the bottom support line. Bounce, bounce, bounce. 45, bottom support. The top area, 571. Top, top, top. 571 top resistance. Now, this is where we get a little bit more detail right now where we're currently at. 550 is strong resistance. Old spiking high, back on April 9th. You could see old spiking highs back on April 3rd. Old dip buy area back on March 31st. Bounce play, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. You see bounce, top, top, top. Now, we also have a beautiful uptrend. These higher lows, higher low area, dip buy, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, dip buy, dip buy. That area right there is right around that 530-ish mark, I believe. Let's actually take a look. You can actually see at this moment, this area is actually back on down towards around that 535 mark. So when you guys take a look over on the S&P 500 right here, you can still connect all these dots that were in play yesterday. This is how I would be looking at the S&P 500 if I were you, where you guys can see dip buy bounce, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, dip buy bounce, dip buy bounce. Remember, this was from yesterday. This was yesterday where we're here. We are just getting tighter in the wedge. All we're doing is continuously moving in the wedge, getting a little tighter, getting a little bit closer into that corner area. And as we get tighter and in that closer area, is that going to lead towards that pop here pretty soon? Is that going to lead towards that bounce? So I would say if we start coming back on down towards around like the price of 535 today, if we start getting a little bit of weakness back down towards around 535, that's where you'll get the dip buy. That's where you'll get the movement. That's where you'll get that opportunity. So S&P 500. Keep your eyes peeled over on this play. You guys see dip buy, bounce, bounce. Again, when this stock squeezes and spikes back above that or comes on down to 535, that might be a great starting dip buy to be able to make that money. And if it does get that dip buy, then we have room to run back up towards around 550. But again, that's a great little, trade at this time, taking a look over on the S&P 500. When we take a look over on this play, let's go over to CNBC.com and let's just see if there's anything big. Bank of America tops analyst estimates on better than expected income. Awesome. American Airlines to make Wi-Fi free for most of its fleet in 2026. That's cool. U.S. stock futures are a little changed after the S&P 500 posts back-to-back gains. So right now, guys, it's there's not much change at this moment on the S&P 500. The S&P 500, we don't have much change at this time. We are, again, just sitting back. We're waiting. We're watching. We're seeing what's going to be coming on up here. But again, it's very little change at this exact moment. Okay? So we are going to keep our eyes peeled. There's nothing that we need to jump in on at this time here, traders. When taking a look at the top plays on the day, SNYR does not have any credibility. SBEV, this stock is fading and falling. ABTS right here only has one order. This one's not really spiking. I had one random order. No one else is touching it. MTVA, unfortunately, is coming back on down. MSGM's not too much. Other than that, we did have yesterday. Yesterday, we had Webull. Notice, again, first little bounce play off $51. Trying to get a little dip, trying to get a little bounce, trying to get a little movement towards the upside. So again, bounce play off $50, bounce play off $50, BULL, trying to get a little bit of hype here. So again, keep your eyes peeled over on BULL. I want to keep our eyes peeled on that. Other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, when we take a look over on some of these other plays here, what do we have here? It's just the S&P 500. We are going to watch that continuation and see if that wedge can get a little bit tighter. So that's where we're at this moment. That's where we're at this time. That's where, again, we're currently sitting at this moment to make sure that we are all set, ready to rock and roll, and we are not putting ourselves in any sort of bad play. We're all prepared for on what's going on with this day. There's nothing we need to jump in right now. The S&P 500 was a little bit slower. We know if the SPY comes back down towards around that 535 mark, we could get a possible dip. BULL, $50. You could have just gotten a little bit of a dip. And we're watching to see what news comes on out, especially as we get closer towards 8 a.m. On top of that, as we have already gone over, we do know, again, right now is Black Friday, today and tomorrow. Black Friday deals. Every single membership on Tradecaster is 50% off right now. And again, on Thursday, we're going to be doing a giveaway. Giveaway where every single person who has purchased anything over on Black Friday is getting their name tossed in a hat. And again, I'm going to pull out a winner, and that winner is going to get one-on-one personal mentoring with me on a Zoom, on phone calls for about 2 weeks, where I'm going to watch you trade, help you out, again, be your coach, your personal coach. So again, we are doing a giveaway for every single person who signs up or upgrades over on Black Friday. So make sure, again, you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. This sale ends tomorrow. Make sure you guys get on top of it, and make sure you guys are crushing it. Guys, other than that, we got about 19 minutes. 19 minutes until we get to 8 a.m. Eastern time. 19 minutes until the 8 a.m. press release wave. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a break. I'm going to throw on some music, turn it on up, get ourselves excited, and get ourselves ready to rock and roll for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Get pumped on up here, traders. Smash that thumbs on up right now and get yourself ready to go for a brand new Tuesday ahead. Traders, let's do it. Get ready to rock and roll, get pumped, and let's get after it in 3, 2, 1. Ah-hoo! I'll see you guys back here in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes as we get ourselves ready for the 8 a.m. press release wave. Let's do it.
There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned?
I feel so close to you right now. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. You were the one thing in my way. 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 You were the one thing in my way.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. Now I wonder if I could fall into that sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just sit here tonight.
California knows how to party. California knows how to party. In the city of LA. In the city of good old Watts. In the city of Compton. We keep it rocking. We keep it rocking.
So I put my faith in something unknown. I'm living on such sweet loving, but I'm tired of home with nothing to hold. I'm living on such sweet loving.
Keep making noise! Keep making noise! Yeah! Oh, 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 oh! Here we go now! 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 Here we go! Here we go! Let me clear my throat. Ha! I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat.
Hope you like prison food and penis.
I'm a menace, a dentist, and I'm a hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this, blow right with it. Switch but don't spit it, swallow it now finish. Yeah, me and Navy and double D, looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's, slipping in a bubbly.
Been there, done that, messed around. I'm having fun, don't put me down. I'll never let you sweep me off my feet. I won't let you in again. The messages I've tried to send, my information's just not going in. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof.
Hold up. Hey, in the that can be so we don't play. We gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Hey, oh my, we got it.
Wednesday, my empty arms were open. Thursday, waiting for love, waiting for love. The stars, it's Friday. I'm burning like a fire on a wild on Saturday. Guess I won't be coming to church on Sunday. I'll be waiting for love.
Price is wrong, bitch.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. His vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up, over.
I'll go on. I'll never speak of you again. We depend on you. We depend on you. Since you've awakened her again, she depends on you. She depends on you. I'll never speak of this again. We depend on you. We depend on you. Since you've awakened her again, she depends on you. She depends on you. So
When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's when my demons hide. It's when my demons hide. Don't get too close. It's dark inside. It's when my demons hide. It's when my demons hide.
you know you like it, but it drives you insane. You know you like it, but it drives you insane. You know you like it, but you're scared of the shame. What you want, what you gonna do? You know you like it, but it drives you insane. Only because you know that you wanna feel the same. You know you like it, but it drives you insane.
God, Grandpa, you're such a
I
dick.
just wanna have some fun.
Am I wrong? Thinking out the box from where I stay. Am I wrong? Saying that I choose another way. I ain't trying to do what everybody else doing. Just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I'm far but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong? For thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong? For trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how I feel. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need your love.
Hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. A little
Wanna
unsteady.
know just how you feel. If I said my heart was beating loud, if we could escape the crowd somehow, if I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me? 'Cause you feel like paradise, and I need a vacation tonight. So if I said I want your body now, would you hold it against me?
pressure like, Impala, chrome hydraulic, 808 drums, you don't want none, nigga better run. When beef is on, I pop that trunk, come get some, pistol grip, if a nigga step on my right hand, once it's red rum, ready, here come, Compton, they found me in the slums.
She just wants to be beautiful, she goes unnoticed, she knows no limit, she craves attention, she praises an image, she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we're made blind, so she tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. These cover girls don't cry after they're facing me. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are, and you don't have to change a thing. Your world can change it for it. No stars, you're beautiful. The stars were beautiful.
Hey, been high since yesterday. You know it kills the pain. It's hard to find the love through every shade of gray. So tired of the same, never seems to change.
All right.
It's hard to find the love.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here and right now. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to get after it. And let's get ready to make this money here, traders, because we have about 45 seconds until the brand new press release wave. So we got about 45 seconds here until the 8 a.m. press release wave. All we're going to be doing, very simple and very straightforward, all we're going to be doing is watching the news scanner. The news is going to be pumping out some brand new press releases in the next 25 seconds. All we're looking for is high-rated, highlighted news that is popping out to us that has low floats that could easily make a stock rip and run and kick off this day. So traders, let's get ourselves set. Let's see what happens here. I'm excited to see what type of momentum moves into this market. But at the same time here, traders, I do want to show. Right now, 0 out of 0 on my position box. There's nothing here. Orders, 0 out of 0. We know that we need to get ourselves up another $600 to cross the $10,000 level. That's my only goal here today. I want to cross $600 in profit, get myself on up in a great $10,000 level and get after it. So let's see what we have here. We do have, again, JNVR. JNVR might get a little bit of a pop, guys. JNVR just said they're going to be buying $70 million of Solana. JNVR has been a stock that has been consistently moving on up, consistently building, and still climbing. JNVR is still pretty much still a beast. Let's see here, guys. SLNH, Soluna signs agreements with COD, plans to explore alternatives. Shows a heart failure experience, 2 times better survival. Guys, DXR might get a little bit of hype. When I take a look over on DXR, it says new research shows that DXR heart failure patients experience 2.61 times better survival. So maybe DXR could get some hype, but it has a massive spread of like $5. That spread would have to, again, kind of come back down to reality a little bit. If you guys do see anything taken on off, please let me know. More than happy to help with anything that you guys need. Love Chips, SNYNR, that's the play of the morning. No, SNYR has no news. No news, no credibility. It's just a low float pump. So again, while it can get a lot more hype, it was all the way up towards around 550. So most people won't even get interested on this play again until at least back above $5. So again, SNYR, we went over it a little bit earlier today. Is it one that you should watch? For sure. But again, not many people are going to be watching it underneath $5. Needs to at least get back above $5 to keep some hype. So let's see again what we can really do here today. Watching to see what stock is going to truly take on off. MURA right now. MURA got a little bit of spike. MURA plans to explore strategic alternatives. That's not a good press release at all. When a stock says we are planning to explore strategic alternatives, that means what we're doing right now is not working. We're going to try to figure out something else. That's all that is. So just a little heads on up for anyone who does not know that. Whenever your company says we are going to explore strategic alternatives, it means we're not doing well at what we wanted, our business plan originally. We're gonna try something new. So that's what we have at this moment. Little sign out, JNVR still trying to move itself on up. JNVR says they're going to purchase $10.5 million worth of Solana cryptocurrency. So JNVR has been one of the most active plays for a while now, as you guys can see. JNVR has been an absolute beast. JNVR, if you guys do not know, JNVR is MSTR essentially. MSTR, what do? They take all their profits from their business and they just put it into Bitcoin. That's all MSTR does. What does JNVR do? JNVR says, hey, you know what? That seems like a great strategy. We're going to take all of our profits from our company and we're just going to buy Solana. So again, Solana is another cryptocurrency. And all they're doing is they just buy Solana. And basically what we see at this moment is people get excited about that. We need like another company to come on out and be like, you know what? We're just going to buy Ethereum. We're just going to buy this or that, you know, and then we could see a possible like sympathy type of play, you know, follow it, do something very similar. Right now, though, team, I'm not seeing any sort of crazy hype, crazy momentum, crazy action just yet. I want to see if something is going to spike. We have MURA, though. Still, again, one of the most active plays out there. Talks about, again, that strategic alternative. That's about it so far at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. We have JNVR and MURA. But, again, I'm not the biggest fan of that whatsoever at all. I'm not going to pull the trigger on that. I want to see if we get any sort of big, strong momentum ripping and running. To do Gina Deck, hold on one second. ENSC announces positive data from its study. Maybe ENSC could maybe start getting a little hype. ENSC traders maybe starting to get a little bit of momentum. Deck, why would ENSC start spiking? Just came out with that gold press release right there. Talks about having that potential to come out with positive data. So let's see here. Positive data, guys, starting to move itself on up. Not in on this play just yet, but, you know, watching this one. See if this one is going to start spiking. We do have, again, the 13 EMA at the price of 237. If this thing could start getting some momentum, we have room to run up towards around 420. ENSC just came out with the press release just moments ago. 8:03 and 51 seconds. 3-star press release says there's positive data from its opioid overdose protection study. 7 million in float. So this play right now is currently up 15%. ENSC. And ENSC actually is a sub 1 million in float play over on Trade Ideas. So if this play could ever start going, I would say like a new high of the day. If we could ever start breaking like 260 over on ENSC, we could start getting a lot more hypes, could start getting a lot more momentum and start seeing, you know, that play maybe break on out a little bit more. So I would say let's keep our eyes peeled over on ENSC at this moment. See if anything can happen over on that play. You guys can see my P&L box is right above me. I'm not in on anything. So please, again, just understand that. I am not in on anything at this exact moment. I'm, again, sitting back, staying smart, waiting, watching, and just staying alert with you guys. I'm, again, just trying to figure out every single play that is getting some hype and getting some momentum for us. So ENSC, quick little spike. Came on up to that 13 EMA, came right back on down. I obviously don't want anyone to ever miss the best plays out there. I want to always, again, be alerting and talking to you guys about what plays should you be focusing on, what plays should you be watching, what plays, again, have the best potential for us across the board. Seems like ENSC, guys, unfortunately, is coming right back on down. Stock definitely had potential. If it was able to hold its gains, I was definitely interested in pulling the trigger. If it was able to hold its gains, I was going to be interested in pulling the trigger right here. But ENSC, a little bit of a spike and a dump. All right, so nothing that we need there as of now. Waiting and watching for the next possible move. Waiting and watching for the next possible climb. I'm not a big fan of MURA. MURA just says, hey, we're exploring strategic alternatives. I mean, that's not really the greatest press release out there, to be frank with you. Oh, we're just going to explore strategic alternatives. You know, why is that good in any sort of way? It means, again, what we're doing right now is not working, and we're hoping that we can figure out something else. We're hoping that we can find something better. We're hoping, again, that, you know, maybe we'll come across something that's going to make us more money. So, you know, MURA is up 50%, though, at this moment, so you can't hate it. I mean, MURA, I can't hate this play. It's doing its thing, and sometimes, again, in this market, that's what, you know, we're going to see. We're going to see plays just like this, where strategic alternatives are going to be the best possible option. So, please note, this is not, again, positive data. This is not, again, an agreement. This is not, again, a massive contract. This is what we are currently doing is not working, and we as a company are going to try to do something else. Now, is that good news or bad news? Well, it depends on who you ask, I guess. Oh, Deck, it's good news. They suck, and now they're going to try to do something else. Okay, I guess that's good news. Or it's bad news of, oh, I thought the company was good, and now, again, they're trying to do something else. Okay, maybe it is bad news. So, you know, I guess it depends on who you ask, I would assume. Right now, traders, that is one of the more active plays at this time. And we're going to see, of course, what we do get on this absolutely beautiful day. Happy Tuesday, everyone, if I may add. SNY, guys, just kind of running through these top gainers here today, making sure everyone is fully aware. Number one, SNYR. SNYR traders, while it is the number one gap up this morning, while SNYR is the number one hottest play this morning, it has not done anything since 6:30 in the morning. At 6 a.m., 5:30 in the morning, that's when the stock went on a crazy spike. But since the time of 6:45, it has not done anything. Since the time of 6:45 for about the last hour and a half, all the stock has done is move sideways. It's not like there's a crazy action. It's not like there's crazy buying volume. It's not like there's crazy activity across the board. All we're seeing right now is, right, what? Stock moving sideways here, stock moving sideways, or inside of a little channel. So SNYR, there is no news. There is no credibility, but it does have a low float. No news, no credibility, it does have a low float. Could SNYR get back above $5, start squeezing, spiking, ripping, and running, and start getting a lot of that hype and start getting a lot of that potential? That's the big question. Can SNYR get that momentum? Next on up, SBEV. SBEV right here, guys. This play is, at this time, fading and falling. No hype, no big ripping and running. Guess what? It's another low float play. Notice we do have a 1 million in float stock, 1 million in float stock over on SNYR. No news, no credibility. Notice we do have SBEV. Guys, this stock fading and falling, 1 million in float. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes all it takes is the fact that you have a 1 million in float play, and again, a stock can go absolutely crazy. All right? So we can keep our eyes peeled over on that play. Now, what else do we want to be looking at? What about MURA? MURA, we know it, guys, just came out with the strategic alternatives. I can't stress this enough. This is the number 3 top gainer in the press, number 3 top gainer, but the number 1 top gainer with news. So when you guys take a look over on MURA, I've already again gone over it. I sound like a broken record. Strategic alternatives, whatever that means, right? So again, if we actually wanted to go ahead and check this on out, MURA, let's see what we have right here. Let me click it, open it on up, and it says MURA announces strategic alternatives. Anything big? No, nothing I'm really seeing here. But we can actually see, taking a look over on Fox under here, MURA is the best press release we have today. MURA, number 1 best press release. MTVA, number 2 best press release. But notice the number 1 best press release from news is only up 55%. MTVA is only up 13%. But we have our overall top gainers. Top gainers right here is SNYR, 141%. So no news here, but again, news up here. There is the credibility. I still like, as I stated, you know, the one that does not have a lot of hype, does not have a lot of action, is I thought ENSC might start going on a little bit of a better rip and run. And the reason why I thought ENSC might go on a little bit of a better rip and run is simply enough just because there is good credibility. You could see it right here, right next to me, guys, which is the positive data, right? When you guys take a look at announces positive data for opioid overdrug selection, we have a low float stock with, again, positive data. I thought that one might be able to get a little bit more hype, and that one could take off a little bit better. I still am watching that one, but you guys can see, again, even when I talk about plays, I always show you my P&L box because I don't want anyone to think, oh, he's talking about a play and he's hyping up the play for himself. No, guys, I'm not even in on the stock. You guys know, again, right now I have one goal of today. What is my one goal of today? My one goal of today is let's go ahead and let's make $600. If I get $600 on this day, I have doubled the small account challenge. I have turned $5,000 into $10,000 if I can make $600 today. I'm trying to double up my small account challenge today. So I am going to be looking for number 1, low float stocks. Number 2, I'm looking for credibility. Buying stocks that are credible are going to be the best ones out there. Buying stocks that are credible are going to be great for us. Buying stocks that are credible are going to be able to make us the most amount of money. So right now at this moment, traders, let's get everyone on the same page, because right now it's 8:12 in the morning. I feel like there is still a little bit of confusion. So you know what I always like to do when I get myself on the same page is I like to go ahead and type out these plays. Let me again type out all these stocks and kind of write out which ones I like. So watch list. What I want to do at this time is, again, SNYR. SNYR, low float, right? Low float, no news, needs to break $5. That's all SNYR is in my head. In my head, I have SNYR, low float, no news, needs to break $5 to start getting some hype. Easy as that. MURA. MURA is a beast right now. This stock is still going. What we have right here is MURA. Right now, 13 million in float. Does have news where, again, the news is strategic alternatives. It seems like no one cares that, hey, Dek, it has a low float and has good press release, good enough for me. Okay, hey, this one at this time is hot. So we have SNYR, MURA, Dek. If a stock's going up, you can make money. Who cares what the news is? It's a lower float stock and it has the mob. That's where everyone's looking. Hey, so be it. If you're saying, Dek, I know you're not the biggest fan of that press release, but you know what? I'm up 80% right now. So be it. All I want is you guys to make money. But again, I'll be frank with you. I'm going to be blunt with you. I did not think that this press release was going to lead towards an 80% climb. That's just my honest opinion. I did not see this one coming. So we'll see how well this one is going to hold on up. Other than that, SBEV. I'm not even a fan of SBEV. SBEV kind of fading on down. Not really too much going on at this moment. Anything else? ARBB? No. JNVR. JNVR is still a beast, guys. I mean, JNVR. This is, again, the Solana play. Solana play. This has been the top gainer for 2 weeks. So JNVR, this is the play that said we are going to take all of our profits and just invest it into Solana, aka a cryptocurrency. The same exact business strategy that MSTR has. MSTR, they said, hey, we take all of our profits and we just invest it into Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes crazy, MSTR goes crazy. So and then another company said, you know what, we're going to do that. And everyone, let's just go ahead and buy JNVR. And JNVR went from $6 up to $75. And this play, again, just came out today, said that they are going to buy another $10 million worth of Solana. So JNVR just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. So right now, if we're taking a look at our list, we have SNYR, MURA, JNVR. These are kind of my top 3 plays. But what else do we have? We also have Bull. Let's not forget about Bull, guys. Bull is the play that we talked about this morning to buy off $50. Bull was the #1 top gainer. Bull was the stock that everyone is focusing on. Bull is the play that, again, has that perfect $50 support line bounce play. So let's not forget, again, that Bull is, again, the previous #1 top gainer of the day. Strong $50 bounce. Strong like Bull. Strong $50 bounce right here. So, again, we want to see if that $50 is going to be able to hold on up. If that stock is going to be able to continuously hold. And again, if Bull can do what essentially? If Bull can break that downtrend. If Bull can break this downtrend, let's say we start getting back above 56, 57. Bull could easily squeeze, easily rip, and easily run. Bring in some more momentum. Bring in some more action. Bring in some more hype right here. So again, this list right here is kind of my starting off list of what I would like. This is my starting off list of what I'm seeing. And let me just make sure I'm not missing anything, okay? Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm going to go back right here over to Foxtrender. Let me just go over to the news alerts real quick. And let me go back into today. So what do we have today? MURA, explore strategic alternatives. So they just posted that because MURA is going on a nice rip. We have ENSC, sub 1 million float with positive data. Again, another one that I saw. S&P 500, obviously we are watching the SPY, but we'll get back to that in a second. MTVA, how's that one doing right now? MTVA is coming right back on down. So that's not even a play that's worth it anymore over on MTVA. SNYR, again, we already have SNYR. This stock, again, has no news, 3.64 million in float. Nvidia came out with news last night, and then Bull. Bull again spikes 374%. You guys can see it's bouncing off that $50 support line. So again, this is Bull's current chart setup at 7:30 in the morning. Bouncing off $50 support, needs to break that downtrend, crack underneath that downtrend, or that support line, it can start fading and falling. Right, we take a look over on Bull. It's essentially looking to get a pop right now. Just a little heads on up. If you guys are interested, Bull could possibly get that little pop right now, as we do have top resistance, get rejected, top resistance, get rejected, top resistance, get rejected, top resistance, get rejected. Could Bull go on a nice like $5 rip right here? Could Bull go on a nice like $5, $6 climb, try to work itself back up towards like $65? Because you guys can see top resistance, top resistance, top resistance. If you guys were here this morning, we again talked about best dip buy was going to be right around that $50 mark over on BULL, and now it is trying to get a little bit of that potential. So I think we have the perfect watch list at this time. I don't think there's really anything else underneath here. Nope. Again, Bull 374% gain of yesterday. One of the best spikers yesterday, went on a crazy rip, crazy run, crazy climb. Again, yet last night, Nvidia also came out some news. They're moving back into the United States, having Texas and Arizona factories. SNYR has a low float, no news, needs to break $5. MTVA gave back the majority of its gains. S&P 500 we're going to watch. ENSC unfortunately did not get that buying volume, and MURA is actually one of the best spikers as of now. Okay, so man, oh man, oh man. So we got the list right here, guys. If you guys need it, I'm going to post it over in chat so that you guys are all set, ready to go. But also at the same time, if you guys just want to take a little screenshot, you guys can do that as well. So grabbing this right here, bringing this on over, watch list, bada boom, there we go. And we do have at this time a watch list. SNYRMUAA or MURAJNVRBULL. Nice, clean, simple plays. Nice, clean, simple. Getting every single person on the same page, right? One of the big things, right? One of the big things about trading is all about understanding like confidence. If you're confident in a play, you're not going to mess up. If you're confident in a play, you are going to have a better understanding. You're going to be able to go into that play with a more positive attitude, knowing that you're going to be able to come out on top, knowing that you're going to be able to make money, knowing that you guys are going to be able to make those gains. So that's what you definitely want to be watching day in and day out. So these are some of the best ones on the day that we're aware of it. Guys, little heads on up. HOTH just came out with this 1 minute ago, or not even a minute ago, just a few seconds ago. HOTH at the time of 8:19 and 13 seconds. It is right now, guys, 8:19 and 20 seconds. So this actually just came on out about 7 seconds ago. HOTH announces positive initial data in phase 2 clinical study. That possibly could get some ripping and running. My only fear is I do see HOTH come out with a lot of news. I want to make sure this is not a repeat press release in any sort of way. So 1 week ago, just little heads on up. I don't like this, guys. Usually I would buy this right away, and it might still spike. But everyone do this with me. Go over to Fox Runner, type in HOTH, go over to news. See how it says it came out with positive initial data right now at 8:19. It also came out with positive preclinical data on Wednesday. I don't like that. And it also came out on Tuesday on 3-18, talks about positive preclinical data. And then we also came out on Wednesday, March 5th, positive results. And we also came out right here on March 4th, positive findings. So HOTH, I knew I was going to actually try to go ahead and pull the trigger on this. But guys, it comes out with positive data all the time. So again, if it comes out with positive data all the time, people know, this thing's like a whole bunch of baloney. This is a liar. Guys, you ever hear of the story, the boy who cried wolf? What happened in the story of the boy who cried wolf? There was a boy. And again, he lived in a village. And one day, he said, there's a wolf, there's a wolf, there's a wolf. And all the villagers came on out to protect the boy. And they had pitchforks and fire. And they said, hey, we're going to save the boy from the wolf. And all the villagers came on out there, and the boy started laughing and said, I got you all. I fooled you all. I told you again there was a wolf, and look at all you guys. You guys are all out here now. Ha 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 ha. And then, guys, guess what happened? The next time again, the boy started screaming, there's a wolf, there's a wolf, there's a wolf. There was a wolf. And again, all the villagers said, he's just kidding around. And you know what happened? That wolf ate that day. That wolf, again, walked around with a full stomach. And the boy died. You guys ready to go to sleep? Why is that a children's story? Why is that a children's story in any sort of way? I don't have any children, but I will say, I will tell you that is a story that I will probably wait a few years before I tell them. Papa, can you tell me a story? Hey, Papa son, can you tell me a story before I go to bed? And I said, yeah, let me tell you about again, the boy who cried wolf. I love wolves. Oh, can you tell me the story, Papa? I don't know if my son or daughter is going to talk like that. If they do, I assume that I had some crazy affair in Dutchland at some point, but I don't think I have. So, HOTH, you can actually let that one pass you by. Right now here, traders. Right now, team, we are still waiting and watching to kind of see what we get, to see this momentum. HOTH still watching, but yeah, not even worth our time over there. And then today, guys, we do want to be watching the S&P 500. S&P 500. This is awesome, but you guys have to focus up right now, okay? The S&P 500, this is what we need right here. Everyone focus up right here and right now. It says SPY chart breakdown. Yesterday, we posted this chart below showing you all the current support and resistance lines you as an investor should be aware of. We wanted to give you great detail to make sure that you are fully informed. So if you guys were not here yesterday, and you guys have probably seen this chart, I posted it a million times, you guys can see this is the current S&P 500. This is the current S&P 500. Bounce play, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, bounce play, that's the uptrend. Top resistance going across 550. The super high, 571. Bottom support, 585. Light support, 510. So again, stare at this picture here for a moment. And what I want you guys to now realize, though, is scroll on down. Scroll on down and just make it simple. Today, we want to focus on the same chart, but notice how the S&P 500 is getting closer inside the wedge. The break of the wedge will be the next major move. So you guys can take a look at this chart. You guys can get a lot of detail. Or you can get rid of light support, bottom support, top target, and just have the uptrend and again the red resistance. So basically just have the purple line and the red line. This is in a 30-minute time frame. Scroll on down right here, and what do you guys realize? Okay, hey, now I can trade with simplicity. What do we have with simplicity? We have bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, upcoming bounce play, and then again, a move either to the upside, or if we crack, we can go to the downside. I would say this is giving you great detail, but this is actually what's going to look to be happening on this day. This is what we're going to be seeing on this day. This is what we got to be looking at when we're focusing over on these plays here. We have this beautiful wedge pattern, watching to see if we're going to squeeze on up or if we're going to be able to crack right back on down. Okay? So again, when we take a look at the SPY, you can go over towards a 30-minute time frame, guys. 30-minute time frame right here. And now, where is that bounce play? That bounce play over on the SPY is technically going to be right around 535. 535 is going to be the next best dip buy if, again, you do get a dip buy. It's going to be right around that 535 mark. So if the S&P 500 does start getting a little bit weaker, if the S&P 500 does start fading, if the S&P 500 does start dropping on down, that 535 area is going to be that area that you guys want to be looking at. Okay? So make sure that every single person is all set, ready to rock and roll. Make sure every single person is all good. And we'll, again, stay alert. 535 would be, again, the next possible dip buy. And that's where you can get filled to be able to bounce back on up towards the ultimate area of 550. So we want to be watching and staying alert and seeing what we have here. Now, right now at this time, team, we got the game plan all set up. SNYR starting to dump, starting to get weaker. HOTH, again, that was the boy who cried wolf right there. So again, SNYR dumping and getting weaker. HOTH, that's the boy who cried wolf. Bull definitely has potential, bouncing off 50 bucks, but again, needs to be able to snap and break through what area? More of that downtrend mark that we talked about. Go back to a 5-minute time frame, and it still has not broken that downtrend. Still has yet to break that downtrend, still getting rejected. And then we also have JNVR, which just has been a beast for the last few days. Last few weeks, the stock has gone from $4 to $64. Absolutely insane, absolutely wild, absolutely nuts in every single way. So, absolutely insane, absolutely wild, absolutely crazy. Guys, we are 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes away from the next press release wave. Let's try to get an 8:30 press release wave. So, let's see what spikes, let's see what rips, let's see what runs, and let's get ourselves excited, and let's get ourselves motivated, and let's get ourselves prepared and ready. Traders, as you guys know, every single person knows, today and tomorrow is the last day to be able to, again, sign up for Black Friday. Black Friday is not on Friday. It is, again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Black Friday sale. Get a whopping 50% off on your subscription, and you guys will get everything on off. Usually, an annual membership is $1,700. Usually, for 1 year, you pay $1,700. That's, again, less than the lifetime membership at this price. So, again, lifetime membership. You essentially pay for less than 1 year. You will never have to pay again for TradeCaster. Semi-annual, $435. Right? Annual, $870. Fox Runner, 30 days off. Trade Ideas, One-Stop Prop, my prop firm that I use. Not my prop firm, the prop firm that I use. 40% off right here. So again, every single one of these things, guys, it is Black Friday in April, baby. Ah-hoo! And if you guys want to join the #1 trading community in the world. If you guys want to watch me live stream every single day, if you want to have access to the video library, if you want to watch all of our other live streamers that go live every single day, make sure, again, you guys are taking advantage of the 50% off sale. And yes, if you upgrade your subscription, you will be added that time. You will not be cheated out of any time whatsoever. You'll be all set, ready to go. So again, 50% off everything. Make sure you guys take an example. Make sure you guys get all set, ready to go. Yep, again, you are all set, Wahab. So if you have a subscription already and you just paid for it, you can get a Black Friday deal right now, and it will be added to the current time you have on your subscription. You will not be cheated out of any time whatsoever at all, so that you're all set, ready to rock. So make sure you guys are all good. Make sure you guys are all set, because after Black Friday, we're taking some time again, not streaming on YouTube. I know, again, over the last few days I went on YouTube because I want everyone to be aware of course, this amazing community, the live streams that we're doing, the live trading, the education, the alerts. But then again, starting tomorrow, we are back over on Tradecaster private with our community and only streaming for our members. So we want to make sure that you guys are all set and take advantage of the sale when you guys have it. Let's go. Lifetime's the way to go. Absolutely. So traders, right now, it is time. Right now, it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 8:29 in the market. 8:29, we got 1 minute. 1 minute until we have the 8:30 a.m. press release wave. And you guys already know the drill. At 8:30, we are going to see a brand new influx of press releases coming across the news scanner. These news, we are looking to see, what we're looking for is we are looking for highly rated press releases. 3-star, 4-star press releases. We are looking for press releases that are highlighted for us. We are looking for the ones that stand out with low floats. So, in the matter of 30 seconds, we are going to be seeing all the 8:30 press releases come on out. Look for low floats, stocks that are highlighted, stocks that could easily get persuaded, the influence, the mob can move in on these plays, and we're going to be in first. We'll be the first ones to be able to spot them on out, notice them, and be able to jump in on them. So, at this time, team, as you guys know, my position box still 0 out of 0. Here's my position box right above you so you can see absolutely everything. My order box 0 out of 0. It's 8:30 right now. Let's see what type of press releases we get and see if anything is going to start going crazy. So we're looking for that big low float spiker right here and right now to see what's going to set the tone for us on the day. BCDA did come out with positive results. BCDA shows, again, positive results in phase 1, phase 2. We'll see if that gets some hype. We also have OSIS receives $24 million order for cargo and vehicle inspection system. So we're watching to see, can OSIS start getting a little spike? That's $192 in float. We have BCDA right here, though, announces positive results. No sort of buying volume right now. Is BCDA halted? Just a little heads on up. I don't believe so, but there's not really any sort of hype I'm seeing at this time over on that play. All right, let's see if we get anything else. Let's see if we get any sort of, any other momentum, any other action on these plays. So right here, traders, still watching. If you guys see anything spiking, ripping, and running, feel free to throw it on out there. HPAI Helpport launches enhanced AI software. So launches new software to be able to consumer financing options. Nothing at 8:30 yet that's exploding. Nothing at 8:30 yet that's exploding. I mean, BCDA says it's up 14% right now, but BCDA is not getting any sort of buying volume just yet. Okay, BCDA looks like it's getting a little bit more hype. Guys, let's keep our eyes peeled on BCDA. BCDA just had its first order come through. So BCDA actually just had one order come through. That one does have positive, right? BCDA announces a positive review of its heart failure phase 1-2 clinical trials. We'll keep it on the back burner right now. See if that stock can start getting a little bit of hype. Now remember, this is not positive results, it's positive review. It's 15 million in float, it's not 1 million in float. MURA, trying to steal the show right here. MURA, guys, trying to steal the show, still getting a lot of hype, still getting a lot of momentum. We're going to see if anything here can be able to keep on going. Also, what's the S&P 500 doing at this time? S&P 500 came on down to 536. Has not again broke on out, and also a little side note. The S&P 500 has been a little slow over the last little bit of time, hasn't it? The S&P 500 has been a little bit slower We haven't like seen the S&P 500 this week go crazy. Guys, DRMA 3 hit statistical significance difference at 4 weeks. Guys, let's again keep our eyes peeled over on DRMA. Just came out with phase 3 trials hit statistical significant difference at 4 weeks. Back above $1. DRMA might start getting a little bit of hype and momentum. So, DRMA, staying alert on this play, seeing if this is going to spike. This thing just ripped on up towards around 108 there for a second. And again, all I'm doing right now is just watching. You know, so we are watching, waiting, and staying alert here. We do have DRMA at 8:32 and 27 seconds. 4-star press release. 4-star. Why is that? Because it says DRMA talks about produced highly statistical significant top-line data on all primary endpoints at week 12 of phase 3 trials. Okay. So again, DRMA, I would say keep your eyes peeled on that play. That stock starts getting a little bit of hype and action. We might want to pull the trigger. But as of now, it's not going crazy. As of now, it's not going wild. As of now, it's not going nuts. But we definitely would say let's just keep our eyes peeled on it in case it does start getting back up towards $1, starts breaking $1. And, you know, if we want to give that stock a chance to be able to say, hey, you know what? Can you do it, DRMA? So that is just going to be... That is going to be basically comes on down to, can you break through $1 resistance, right? Can you break through that $1 resistance? Can DRMA be able to hold up its gains? Can DRMA be able to snap? It's one of the best press releases out there today. It's 5.9 million in flow. But the thing is, it's not really going explosive right now. This stock would really have to wake on up. Traders would have to push this back above $1. Break of $1. People could start getting excited. Break of $1. People could say, oh, right, hey, this is a serious play. Or it's going to hit $1 and just get rejected. Right? Those are really the two options. Hit $1, get rejected, or again, the stock is going to try to break $1 and really go on that next leg. So guys, here comes the $1 mark. Here comes the $1 mark right now. Are we going to be able to snap and break through that $1 mark, or is this stock going to just get rejected? This is one of the better press releases out there, but still, you can see how $1 is still holding down this play. You see how $1 is still, again, being a little bit of a tricky stock to be able to break on through, hold on up, and kind of get that next leg that people are really looking for. So I'm just kind of share this around DRMA. Still looking for that $1 break. Definitely has kind of been rejected a few times already. And you guys can see my position box. My position box is right here. So I'm not in on anything yet. We got up towards a high of 108. Break of $1 though. Stock still has potential. MURA, still also trying to build on up. MURA, that one came out with strategic alternatives. Not a fan of that press release really at all. Not a fan of that press release in any sort of way. But it is, you know, one that we definitely want to keep our eyes peeled on. Now, team, this is basically our options at this moment. We already went over that watch list, right? We, again, post that watch list for every single trader. We post that watch list of, again, what are going to be some of the best plays of today. Right, our watch list here today, as we already talked about, is, again, SNYR. But again, SNYR, unfortunately, is starting to give back a lot of its gains. It was and still is actually the #1 top gainer in the stock market today. But SNYR, unfortunately, it's starting to crack underneath this channel. It's not really doing too much. Then we have MURA. MURA did have a press release this morning. Talks about, came out with strategic alternatives. Let me move myself to the other side right here. Hold on one second. So again, we had this right here where we had MURA, which came out with strategic alternatives, whatever that means, right? Okay, hey, strategic alternatives. It means our company is not doing very well right now. We're not making as much money, so we're going to explore new options. Hey, MURA got a big spike from that. We have JNVR. JNVR is starting to crash right now, but JNVR has been by far the best spiker over the last, again, you know, over the last week and a half. Over the last week and a half, JNVR, everyone has flooded in that play ever since they're buying Solana and basically doing the MicroStrategy, you know, business plan. Then we have BULL. We're at BULL right here. This play, all it comes on down to is this was the #1 top gainer of yesterday. Can BULL hold 50 bucks and break the downtrend? Can you hold 50 bucks? Can you break that downtrend? And can you squeeze and spike? That's what BULL is looking for. Okay, so that is the watch list right now. Other than that, we did have DRMA right here, seeing if DRMA was going to be able to pop through again that $1 mark and take, you know, get the next leg. But just to get you guys fully aware, the #1 best press release, you guys can see it right here. Look where my mouse is, MURA. Okay. Other than that, there's not really many hot press releases. We go down to an 18% gain. We go down to a 16% gain. As far of other plays, though, you do have SNYR. Okay? Your watch list here. DRMA, unfortunately, is not spiking. Not getting that big rip, not getting that big run, not getting that big spike. Then you have MURA, which is getting the big spike, is getting the big rip. This is probably the most active play as of now. ENSC, how's that one doing right now? ENSC, unfortunately, that is not spiking. That one's giving all of its gains on back. You really don't need that one. The S&P 500, we know the dip buy today is going to be at this purple line. This purple line, if we scroll on down, is going to be right at 535. So again, we saw the S&P 500 yesterday with all its support and resistance. Today, again, it's very simple, playing the wedge pattern as the wedge gets tighter and tighter. We also had MTVA come out with positive results this morning. MTVA, unfortunately, though, also started giving some of its gains back on down, so that's not getting any sort of ripping and running. SNYR, no news this morning. Stock again now starting to fade. Was on a monster spike this morning, but as you guys can see, SNYR is now starting to fade and fall as well. And then on top of that, traders, if we want to take a look, BULL. You know, if you ask me, Deck, you have to limit your plays right now. We have a list of about 5 stocks. Which ones definitely have potential? Which ones could get the next leg? Which ones could go on the next big spike? I would probably say, hey, BULL definitely has potential to break the downtrend and rip and run. But other than that, it is MURA, which is hands down the most active play on the day so far. Right now, the most active play in the stock market is MURA. That's the one that the majority of traders are still focused on. That is the one the majority of traders are still looking at. So we will see what we get. We will see what's going to be coming on up. And we will see where the hype and momentum is truly going to be taking us next. But right now, team, it's a little bit of the waiting game. 8:39 in the market, waiting, watching, staying alert. And obviously, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. We do want to see the S&P 500 fade back on down here a little bit and go from there. Deck, don't forget about VERV. VERV, I'll keep that on the watch list. I like it. A break of $5. A little fearful, though. VERV, it's going to be a little higher on up, but the 200-day moving average and 50-day moving average almost touching, that's going to be 2 very strong resistance lines. So you definitely could spike on up towards around $6 today. $6 would be like a great target, I think, over on VERV. What do you guys think? What's going to be the best play today? SNYR? MURA? Is it going to be a bull bounce play? Is it going to be JNVR, just continuously ripping and running? Is it going to be maybe DRMA can break $1? Maybe it breaks $1 and all of a sudden DRMA starts going crazy at the break of $1. Could that happen? So it's like, you know, we want to watch previous top gainers. We want to watch a lot of these plays. Hey, traders, today's going to be an exciting day. Today's going to be an awesome day. Today's going to be a day, again, a lot of people are jacked on up, pumped on up, excited to see what this day is truly all about. But guys, we're going to have a little bit of time right here. We got about 20 minutes until, again, the next leg, the next wave, and the next opportunity. So guys, everyone get your final little breather right here. Everyone get your final little breather. Make sure that you guys are all set. And make sure that you guys are ready to rock and roll. If you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. More than happy to help you guys on out with anything that you guys need. But we got about 20 minutes here, and then it's absolutely go time. It's time to lock it on in. It's time to make this money. It's time to make this cash. And I'll see everyone back here at the start of 9 a.m. ready to go. All right? Let's do it, guys. Let's get ready to make some money. Get excited. Happy Tuesday. Let's do it, traders. In 3, 2, 1. I'll see you guys back here in about 20 minutes. Get your coffee, get your breakfast, and come on back here. We got an amazing day ahead. Let's make this money. I'll see you guys soon.
Closing a damn door, no. It's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of. So give me a if you're run out of love, I can feel you loving when it gets too much. Just give me a if you're lost in all the haze, well, I can feel the way I want to do the same.
No more, no more. It cannot
time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of bourgeois rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of
I got the rap patrol on the gas patrol. Foes that want to make sure my casket's closed. Rap critics that say he's money cash holes. I'm from the hood, stupid. What type of facts are those? If you grew up with hoes.
I know it's hard to admit it that you found love. It's hard to stay in it, but he's better than anyone I've seen you with before. It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what you threw at me. Please tell me why. The car is in the front yard and I'm sleeping with the clothes on. Came through the window last night.
You It's true love, don't fake it. You better not, you better not. It's right here, don't waste it. You better not, you better not.
Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, eh, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, ella, eh, 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 eh.
Lifestyle for the rich and the famous. They're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them. Lifestyle for the rich and the famous. We'll take clothes, cash, cars, and homes. Just stop complaining. If money is such a problem, well, they got mansions. Think we should rob them.
Shake your money maker. Like you were shaking it for some paper. Took your mama 9 months to make ya. Might as well shake what your mama gave ya. You looking good in them jeans. I bet you look even better with me in between. I keep my mind on my money, money on my mind. But you's a hell of a distraction when you shake your behind.
Just like nicotine, heroin, morphine. Suddenly I'm a fiend, and you're all I need, all I need. Yeah,
Junior?
Damn, I ain't be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael. Can't really trust nobody with all this jewelry on you. My roof look like a no-show. Got diamonds by the bolo. Come with the Tony. I just for crimson on the pictures. Know you're mine. Hands on your body. I don't wanna waste no time. I can't look away. I just gotta say, and I'm like, whoa, man, my legs so goddamn cold. Diamonds when my teeth are so. I can always let it go. I just let you know you're.
Don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't taking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some bits. And I'm like, hell no, don't waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Hell no, don't waiting too long. Hell no, I want that cruel love. Body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body of mine, finding all my innocence.
And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids. 'Cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. Like the cool kids.
If you're horny, let's do it. Riding my pony, my sandals waiting, coming, jump on it. You're horny, let's do it. Riding my pony, my sandals waiting, coming.
When you raise your pantyhose, sing the chorus and it goes. Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head, but it's no worse than what's going on in the parents' bedroom. Sometimes I'm gonna be on TV and it's that loose, but can't.
If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arm. I used up all of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey or remember my name. It's probably
like to die today, motherfucker? No.
Cause it's easy once you know how it's done. You can't stop now, it's already begun. You feel it running through your bones, and you jerk it out.
Nice to meet you where you been. I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. Oops, I got 99 problems singing bye bye bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby, one more time. Paint a picture for you and me on the days when we were young, singing at the top of our lungs. You go. And baby, it's amazing I'm in this maze with you. I just can't crack the code. One day you're screaming you loud and loud, the next day you're so cold. One day you're here, one day you're there, one day you're there. It's so unfair. Sipping from your cup till it runs over. Holy grail.
Bring that ass back like a boom boom.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the tulips.
Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. Rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills.
Whoopity scoop. Scoopty dee. Whoopty scoopty whoop. Whoopty scoopty scoopty whoop. Whoopity scoop.
I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. You stick out of the crowd, baby, it's a no-brainer. It ain't that hard to choose. Him or me, be for real, baby, it's a no-brainer. You got your mind on loose, go hard and watch the sunrise. One night it changed your whole life. Pop top, drop top, baby, it's a no-brainer. Put 'em up if you with me, yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, whoa, I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Baby, it's a no-brainer.
You, girl.
Yeah, I know you like to fame, yo, shit don't stain, but lean a little bit closer, see, roses really smell smell like boo boo boo. Yeah, roses really smell like boo boo boo. Like boo boo boo.
You say the shit is bananas. The shit is bananas. The shit is bananas. The shit is bananas. Few times been round that track, so stop the school to have been like that. 'Cause it ain't no holler back, girl. Ain't no holler back, girl. Few times been round that track, so stop the school to have been like that. 'Cause ain't no holler back, girl.
It's not delivery. It's
The nut.
Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Can you help me find a way to carry on again? Find this American pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This'll be the day that I die." That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, "This'll be the day that I die."
She can get a taste. She can get a taste. What did it say? It starts saying like Mary Kate. She can get a taste. Let you get a taste. Do you let her taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of people in the icy chain. Why you think?
Let's go! Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get after it here right now and let's get this party started. Because it is 9 a.m. in the market. We have gone over nearly absolutely everything and we ain't slowing on down, baby. We got a brand new day, a brand new opportunity, a brand new chance to trade. Take a breath. Take a breath. Nice and in. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, guys. Relaxation. That's what Tradecaster is all about. Tradecaster is all about relaxation. Just everyone close your eyes here for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine my hands on your shoulders. Just getting those knots out. Ooh, you seem a little stressed. Oh, you seem, let me just feel good, right? I got soft hands. Traders, let's get ready to be able to click this mouse with these soft hands. Let's get ready to profit. Let's get ready to see what we are going to be able to accomplish out of this day because we got a goal. And our goal is to be able to make over $10,000 on the small account. And that's going to come on down to making over that $600 profit. Can we do that? Can we cross that $600 profit area on this day? Well, we got to be able to break it all on down. We got to make sure we go over everything from start to finish, knowing exactly what to look, knowing exactly what to be getting ourselves involved in, and having confidence. So traders, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it right here and right now. Let's break it all on down and make sure that we're all set. Okay, so number one, let's go over the S&P 500 first. S&P 500 will be first, followed by, again, what are some of the best plays for us on the day. The S&P 500, for anyone who was not here yesterday, it was very slow. It was a very slow day yesterday. We did not see much action. We did not see much hype. We did not see a lot of momentum on the S&P 500 yesterday. We saw a market where we saw a drop from from 544 down to 534, about a $10 drop. Then we bounced from 534 back up to 542. Then we came back on down. There wasn't any explosive move on up, and any drop we did have was we were able to make it right on back. So out of usually this would be a big drop, a $10 drop. But in the market that we have been seeing, it really hasn't been much. The normal day on the market we have been seeing is that we've been seeing $10, $20, $50, $40, $45 moves in a day. We've seen the Dow up and down 3,000 points in a day. It has been insane. So the thing is, the S&P 500, we are looking to see if we are going to slow down here a little bit. Are we going to be able to find predictability? Where can we get in where there will be predictability? Because even if I head on over to CNBC.com right now, there's not a lot of news about tariffs. There's not a lot of news about China right here. There's not a lot of news about this or that at this time. It's more, again, just saying U.S. stock futures tick lower after, again, the S&P 500. Just a tick. Not dropping, not falling out of the sky, not recession fears right now. U.S. stock futures lower, are tick lower after S&P 500 posts back-to-back gains. It's very calm today. Very calm at this moment. There's not too much that's happening at this time that's making traders go absolutely ballistic or making traders go absolutely wild. We kind of want to see what's the next thing that Trump says? What's the next thing that Trump does? What's going to go on with the 90-day pause with tariffs? What's going to be happening? Could that again bend the bottom? Could 480 bend the bottom? Could we have caught the bottom last week? Last week we were live streaming for everyone, live streaming for all, making sure every single person was aware when I jumped on in. I jumped in on Monday, April 7th. Again, I got in the S&P 500 and all my plays right when everything was at 490. I'm in on Nvidia sub $100. I'm in on the S&P 500 sub 500. I'm in on all these great plays last Monday. We had to pull the trigger. We had to get ourselves involved in this. But how are we going to trade today? Well, team, we actually have a very simple and straightforward game plan. And the very simple and straightforward game plan over on the S&P 500 today, you guys can see it over on Fox Runner, is this. It says the SPY chart breakdown. It said yesterday, we posted this chart below, showing you all of the current support and resistance lines you as an investor should be aware of. We want to give you great detail to make sure that you guys are fully informed. So what is that great detail? Well, the great detail is basically breaking down every single support and resistance line about the S&P 500. You can see every area on this chart on where the S&P 500 may flip, where it may reverse, what is truly going to be happening here. So what we have is at the bottom, 485 support. We're most likely not going to be seeing 485 today or tomorrow, but 45 would be the best overall bottom, as that's the blue line where you guys could see the dip buys and bounces that have happened. On the reversal side of that, we also have 571. 571, top resistance, that's more in the brown line where we could see that's where everything turns and falls. So that's now getting us more in this middle section. This middle section is where we want to focus on. Now, at this time, we do have 510, which is considered light support. We have bouncing, we have strong resistance, bouncing. If we ever came back down to 510, be aware of that. But what we want to focus more on today is going to be more of the uptrend and going to be more of resistance going across the board. You guys could see how we have higher lows and we have strong resistance going across the board. So what does that mean for us? That means as this gets tighter and tighter and tighter inside this wedge, it's eventually going to touch. We are going to have a wedge where the stock is going, or the ETF is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter until it explodes upwards, until it explodes, forward. And that's what we got to look for. So again, the S&P 500 higher low with, again, top resistance. This triangle is going to get tighter. Now we can actually see that into today. Right? It says today, we want you to focus on the same chart, but notice how the SPY is getting closer within its wedge. The break of the wedge will be the next major move. So this bottom area right here, we could see it's the same exact chart. We just got rid of all the unnecessaries. So what we have right here is the S&P 500 moving itself on up. We have the S&P 500 with the top resistance across the board. And really, are we going to get a bounce play off the purple line? Are we going to get rejected at the resistance line? Or are we going to squeeze and spike if we break this wedge? Or are we going to crack if we go underneath the support line? So it's bounce off support, but under support, get ready for a sell-off. It's going to be reverse at the red line, but above the red line, watch for a breakout. Make sense? So the S&P 500 today, if you switch on over to a 30-minute time frame, you can get those same exact prices. 30-minute time frame right here, you guys can see the bounce plays back on down towards around the 535 mark. Top resistance right here is going to be up towards around the 549 mark. So you guys can see bounce play, top resistance, top resistance, top resistance, bounce play, bounce play right here. That's what we want to be looking at. Can we be able to hold this, uptrend? Can we be able to move across the board and stay tighter inside this wedge and be able to squeeze within this wedge? And if we do squeeze within this wedge, that's when we can start firing. That's when we can start getting that movement. That's where we can start getting that action. So really, are we going to be able to get a nice bounce near that 535 mark? Or even if you want to get in at 536, 537 and say, hey, Dek, that's close enough for me. As long as we stay above that purple line, we are considered bullish still, where the market can move itself on up, where we can climb and get ourselves up towards around that 550-ish mark. So the S&P 500 getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside that wedge. That's going to be the number one thing to focus on over on the S&P 500 today, to either look for a put contract. Remember, put contract underneath the purple line, bounce for a call contract at the purple line, or right now, run on up towards, again, 550 target, reversal at 550, break a 550, watch the next leg on up. That's how you can trade the S&P 500. Keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. That's exactly what you guys want to be doing. Understanding, of course, what you guys want to be looking at, okay? So that's what it's all about with the S&P 500. Now, what about today, though, other than the S&P 500? Other than the S&P 500, because there's really not too much going on with the S&P 500. It's a little bit slow. You have a game plan. Let's follow that game plan. What else we want to be looking for at this time is, do we want to trade these plays? Right? Do we want to trade at this time? Do we want to trade SNYR? Do we want to trade MURA? Do we want to trade SPEV? Do we want to trade ARBB? Like, which stock do we actually want to trade at this time? So what I actually want to do at this moment, team, is let's go over to our watch list this morning, right? Let's go scroll on up here where Fox Runner posted it. And you guys can see right here, I'm going to move myself back to this side. And what we have at this moment, it says Tuesday's morning watch list, everything you need. So let's actually break this play on down. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this right here so that you guys are all set. Okay, so we have a screenshot of this right here. This is going to be MURA, VERV, DTIL, SKYE, SNYR, USAR, BULL, JNVR. These are all of the best spikers this morning. This is, again, filtered on out here by all of the stocks that are having the biggest change percentage, all the top gainers right here. And again, the top gainers as well over on Trade Ideas. So we have all the hottest news, we have all the top gainers, we have all the press releases, we have all, again, previous top gainers that are still hot and relevant. And what I want to do at this moment is I want to close this out. And all I want to do here, traders, is I want to bring this on over. And as I bring this on over, I just want to cross off anything that is not worth our time, right? Is that a great way to trade this? Let's just, again, cross off anything that is not worth our time. And let's actually just get together a great game plan. So here we go. Let's do this together. These are all the hottest stocks that we need to look at. So number one, we have MURA. MURA, what do we want out of this play? MURA with news. It says Mural Oncology announces plans to explore strategic alternatives. Now, we saw this press release come out at 8 a.m. in the morning. At 8 a.m., this press release came on out, and I said, guys, I do not like this press release. Because when you are a company and you're exploring strategic alternatives, it means what you are trying to accomplish, it didn't work. You might say, hey, we are going to try to make money by selling lemonade. That's what you're going to try to do. And maybe after a month, you made a total of $2. Guys, we're going to try to explore strategic alternatives. What does that mean? It means that our current business model is not working. Our business, this is a fancy way to say explore strategic alternatives means we're going to try to do something else because what we're doing right now isn't working. That's all that means. So when you guys take a look over on MURA and you see $4 down to $1, maybe people are taking it as a positive. To me, I take it as a negative. To me, when I see a company says, hey, what we're doing isn't working and we're going to try new things, that sounds bad to me. But maybe people are saying, no, we all know this company sucks. So maybe now that the fact that they're finally realizing they suck, and now again, they're going to do new things, now that's a good thing. So I guess it depends on who you ask if this is a good or bad thing, but MURA took on off. MURA right here is 13 million in float. MURA does have credibility. And at the end of the day, MURA does have volatility. It's moving. It's up 100 or 95%. The stock is building some sort of higher lows. The stock definitely has some sort of like wedge pattern right here. There's a chance that MURA could definitely squeeze inside this wedge and possibly get its next leg. So I would say, is it one we want to watch? Yes. right? It definitely is. We definitely got to keep our eyes peeled over on MURA here. We can't take MURA off the list. Is this one that we'd want to watch? I would say 100%. We got to keep this one on watch. Let's go ahead and put a little check mark right there over on MURA. Let's go to VERV. VERV this morning came on out and says they have a buy target to $39. Now, a lot of people think that that means they're going to spike up to $39. No, that just means that's their goal. Guys, what could be your goal? My goal is I lose 20 pounds before the summer. That's a great goal. Is it going to happen? Who knows, right? VERV, they have, again, a buy target. Their target is $39. By the end of 2025, they want to be at $39. Is that a great goal? Hey, that's a great goal. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Maybe not, right? So again, VERV, does this play have potential? Yes, it does. Could this play move on up towards, again, $5.85 to $6 and then get rejected? Yes, you might get a dollar spike out of VERV. VERV right here, it's not my favorite play in the world, but I would say it's not a dud either. It's not dead. I would say, again, VERV, it has potential. It's up 15%. I would say let's be aware of it. It's not my favorite, but let's just be aware of it. DTIL. DTIL. Again, this is something also a little bit similar here. When I take a look over on DTIL, the stock is currently up 15% at this moment, right? DTIL is 6 million in float. You can actually see it over here. This stock does have credibility. It's 6 million in float. The stock says it receives a US FDA fast track, right? And again, it's also sitting above the 50-day moving average right now. It has room to run up to the 200-day moving average. Like, this stock does have room to squeeze. This stock does have room to climb. I would say, again, DTIL, if this one can catch some fire, it's still worth our time as well. Okay, what about SKYE? SKYE right here, unfortunately, there's no buying volume. Unfortunately, I would not watch SKYE. There's really no point of keeping this one on watch because there's just not enough buying volume on this play. What about SNYR? SNYR. This was the number one and still is one of the top gainers on the day. It's up 128%. Now, SNYR today, guys, has no news, has no credibility, no reason whatsoever. The only reason you would watch SNYR is if it can get back above $5. So I really do want to give this a no. I really do. I want to give that a no. But if it can get back above $5, then it could actually get hot again. Back above $5, it could get hot, but it has to go like $5 plus. $5 plus, I'll give it a check mark. Anything underneath $5, it's not really worth your time. So we do have some possibilities on some news today, but also previous top gainers. Okay, look at this. USAR. USAR, previous top gaining stock. It was a newish IPA, like a newer IPO, excuse me, not an IPA. We don't drink this. Newer IPO from last month. And this is actually a play today, team, that actually showed on up, I believe, over on CNBC. CNBC actually put this on its homepage. It says, U.S. inability to replace a rare earth supply from China poses a threat in its defense. So as U.S. inability to replace rare earth supply from China poses a threat to defense. So amid U.S. President Donald Trump's escalating tariff on China, Beijing earlier this month imposed an export restriction on 7 rare earth elements used in defense, energy, and automotive technologies. The Center of the Strategic of International Studies warns that the restriction will likely result in a pause in exports and cause disruptions to the supply of the U.S. firms. The United States is particularly vulnerable to these supply chains. So guys, what do we have right here? All right. What we have at this moment is that we get a couple rare materials, rare elements from China. We got a few of these. Now, they're not giving them to us. We're having tariffs on them. So the thing is, what's happening? Notice what we have right here. This is USA rare earth. So if we're not getting China rare earth materials, we're going to have to find it in the United States. And if we find it in the United States, guess what? This company could climb. This company could rip. This company can move. This company can spike here. USAR. So I would say USAR. That's a potential that we'd want to be looking at. We also have BULL. BULL, guys, this was the previous number one top gainer of yesterday. BULL went insane yesterday. And really all it takes on out is, can BULL be able to break this downtrend and start bringing in the buying volume? BULL has now gone all the way from the price of around from 2 days ago, $10 to now $80. We have now fallen from $80 back on down near around 50 bucks. What do I always teach you? What do I always tell you guys? If you guys do not know, one of the best ways for a spike is look for about a 45% pullback. If a stock goes from $10 to $70, that's going to be, $10 to $80. $10 to $80, that's a $70 spike. Now, what is half of a $70 spike? $35. Now, what is a little bit more than 50% drop? You know, that $35, it would be around a $30 drop. Usually dip buys and bounce plays happen around a 40% drop from its highs, from the entirety of the spike. So remember, $10 to $80, that's a $70 spike. So let's make it simple. What's a 50% drop of that? That would be a $35 drop. Now, we're not doing a 50% drop. We're looking for about 45 to 40%. That's going to be more around a $30 to maybe $27 drop. So if we take a look over on, again, BULL, it was at $80. What's a $30 to $27 drop? That's going to put us right next to 50 bucks. And now BULL might have a great dip buy for an explosion towards the upside. So BULL, this is dip buying territory. BULL, this is, again, the chance that a lot of people are going to want to be looking at. BULL, we definitely want to make sure that you guys are on top of this one because it's a previous top gainer that can definitely go crazy. You got to watch this one. Then last but not least, we do have JNVR. JNVR was April's largest spiker. We have gone into detail on this, and you guys can take a look over on JNVR. And JNVR right here has gone from $4 and has spiked all the way up towards 68 bucks. $4 to $68. And why is that? They took the same exact strategy that, again, MicroStrategy took on over. Now, what did MicroStrategy do? They again said, hey, Sean, hey, Dek, we are going to take all of our money and we are just going to take our profits and we're going to put it into Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy doesn't move off its earnings. It doesn't move off anything other than what Bitcoin does. Because imagine if you were a company, imagine if Apple took all their profits and they just put it into Bitcoin. And they say, whatever Bitcoin does, you know, this is what we're going to do. So Apple would make money, but it would really depend on how much Bitcoin goes up or down if Apple would really strive or not. That's what MicroStrategy does. Now, JNVR is the same exact thing, only for Solana. Solana is a very popular cryptocurrency. And what we have here over on Solana is, again, JNVR says, you know what? We're going to take all of our profits and put them into Solana. So all crypto guys right now are all buying JNVR. JNVR has been one of the best spikers of all of April. Now, this is a play that's very high risk, but it's also very high reward. The stock has already gone from the price of $4 and ripped and run up towards $68. So it's gone from $4 to $68. It's been a beast. How much more can JNVR go? But of course, I want you guys to at least be aware of this play. So team, there are plays out here that, again, you guys want to be fully aware of, right? The only ones I would say we really don't like here today is, if SNYR can't get back above $5, I'm going to cross off right here. I would say cross off SKYE. You really don't need SKYE, and you kind of don't need SNYR as of now. You know, if it starts spiking, be aware of it, but it'd be more about these plays. MURA. See if that play can get that next leg, high or low. Keep on spiking, keep on squeezing. Let's see VERV. Not the hottest play in the world, but at the same time, it does have room to run. It's not my favorite, but it has potential. DTIL. DTIL does have a fast track, slowly trying to build on up. Maybe that stock could get some ripping and running. USAR. I think this is going to be a very slow and steady play. Keep our eyes peeled on it. BULL. BULL starting to dump back on down to $50. Breaking the downtrend. That thing can go crazy. And JNVR. We got to watch that one as well. So we definitely have a lot of opportunity across the board here, traders. We definitely have a lot of chances of success, and we definitely could go ahead and make some money over on these plays. So I want to make sure every single person is aware of them. I want to make sure every single person is set. I want to make sure every single person is feeling good, feeling confident, and ready to rock and roll. Okay? So let's get ready to rock here. Let's get ourselves excited, and let's get ourselves fired on up here. Now, traders, also please note that Thursday will be a big giveaway. Guys, what is Thursday? Thursday, I am putting everyone's name in a hat that purchased anything on Black Friday. And again, we are going to pull a name out of that hat. And the name that's coming out of that hat here, guys, and again, I just want to make sure that you guys all are understanding this. Okay, awesome. So, what we have here, a giveaway time Thursday. Thursday, as you know, right now we have our 50% Black Friday sales. 50% off everything. Lifetime, 6-month, 12-month, monthly memberships. We want to give you guys the cheapest, the most affordable, the best bang for the buck that we have ever had. Now, for another little support, another little extra kick, for every single trader, every single person that purchases any membership over on tradecaster.com during this Black Friday sale, which is live right now, we are putting your name in a hat. We are pulling out one name on Thursday morning live on the stream, and that person is going to get one-on-one coaching from me. That means, of course, it's not just going to be on the live stream here. I am going to call you. I am going to do Zoom calls with you. I am going to watch you trade, and I am going to be your personal coach. Not just a mentor to everyone here, and obviously you can ask questions, but I want to be able to do a deep dive with you and actually coach you and help you become the best trader you can be. So you will have my undivided attention, and all you guys have to do, as you guys know, is head on over to tradecaster.com, sign on up to this Black Friday sale, which is live right now. It actually ends in 48 hours, and every single thing is 50% off. Lifetime membership is usually $3,299. That's a hefty amount of money. Right now, it's $1,600. It is the same price for a lifetime membership right now. It is the same exact price as if you bought a yearly membership. So for 1 year of access, you never have to pay for the rest of your life on Tradecaster again. How insane is that? For an annual membership, $870, slashing over again $900. Semi-annual, $435. Monthly is $87. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not upgraded your membership, if you are not part of the Tradecaster community, this is the cheapest we will ever go, ever. 50% off, and this sale ends tomorrow. So if you do not get your sale today, if you do not take advantage of this, you are going to be missing on out. Also, my prop firm, not my prop firm, the prop firm that I use, One Stop Prop, they are again 40% off. They joined on in with the prop. So again, make sure you guys go over here to sign on up, 40% off over on the prop firm. We also have Fox Runner, the new scanner that I use every single day. That's giving away a free 30 days of access. And then Trade Ideas, my scanners, are also in the Black Friday loop as well. So every single person right now, over this next 5 minutes, make sure you guys go enter the giveaway. Make sure you guys are all set. 50% off. Black Friday is now live. And make sure that you guys are taking advantage of it before the sale ends tomorrow. So sale ends tomorrow. Little heads on up for every single person. We will be, again, picking it all on out. So you guys will be all set, ready to go. All right. So, traders, awesome job, awesome work. And also at this time, traders, smash that thumbs on up right now. The market opens up in about 5 minutes. Traders, let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready to go. And let's get ourselves jacked on up on this day, because it's game time. Team, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to run across the room, get myself a new fresh bottle of water, because I got a feeling things are going to be getting hot today. So make sure, again, you don't get too close to the light. Make sure, again, you don't burn yourself right here. Stay hydrated. Stay ready to rock and roll, because we got a brand new day ahead. Team, let's get ready to do it. Let's get ready to get after it, and let's have some fun. I'll see you guys back here in about 1 second. I'm just going to run across the room here for a moment. Guys, let's have an amazing day, an amazing opportunity, and let's make this money.
Is a mastermind, fuck a bitch to pass the time, mass appeal, orange rind, smoke your britches on Apollonia, since OJ had isotoners, don't act like I never told ya, you know how long I've been on ya, since britches on Apollonia, since OJ had isotoners, don't act like I never told ya.
If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive, then well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman mind, kryptonite.
Is it desire, or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire, 'cause your love only gets me abused. Is it desire, or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire, 'cause your love only gets me abused.
Laurel.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your
trunk.
I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump.
What you gonna do with all that breasts inside that shirt?
I'ma make you work.
All right, traders, here we go. We know again, MURA is going to start getting a little bit of that hype at this moment. The majority of traders are really fired on up to get this day started, and obviously we want to make sure that we are ready across the board. Traders, for anyone who does not know, we need $600 to cross the $10,000 mark on the small account challenge. That's my main focus right here and right now. I want to cross 600 bucks on my small account today to double up the small account challenge. We've been waiting for this for about the past 3 to 4 trading days to get that one good trade, to get that trade that's going to be able to cross us off to a 100% return on the small account. Yes, I've been doing the small account for about the past 2 months now. The S&P 500 has dumped. The market has fallen into a bear territory. Everything has gotten weaker and slower, but still, we are crushing it. Still, we are coming up to a 100% return on the small account. Every trade has been done live. Every P&L has been shown. Every single trade has been right in real time. We ain't slowing down. We ain't slowing down, ladies and gentlemen. We're not. So, let's get ourselves ready to rock. Let's get ourselves fired on up here. Market opens on up here in about 1 minute. We're going to see where this buying volume is going to take us next. But right here, traders, we have number 1, position box. Position box is 0 out of 0. Position box 0 out of 0. We have our watch list. We're waiting and watching to see what we can get. Also, let me bring up my one-stop prop account. One-stop prop, as you guys know, I'm logging in here. Get myself all ready to rock and roll over on my one-stop prop firm account. Got to get ourselves in on some nice profits today. Got to get ourselves a nice profit over on the one-stop prop account. S&P 500, can we come back on down towards that 535 mark? So, hey, let's have some fun. Let's get ready to make some money. Robert, did the SPY really go up 11% in one day? On this day, Robert, if you were not here, the S&P 500 went from 491 and spiked up to 550. It was the third biggest stock trading day in history. So that, yes, the S&P 500 went from 490 up to, again, 550. It went on about a $60 climb last week if you were not here. One of the biggest days ever. Guys, stock market is now live. We are now open, we are now live, and we are getting ourselves involved here, baby. Let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready to do what we do best. Dial in, everyone. Dial the fuck in. Let's go. Let's go. Dial in here, traders. MTVA, a little bit of spike. MURA going to be starting on off. We have our list. We're waiting and watching to kind of see what's going to be coming on up here. Team, I'm so fired on up. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't yet. If you guys are watching over on live stream, smash that thumbs on up. Let's get ready to rock and roll. MURA definitely has a lot of the attention. SNYR has attention as long as it can get back above $5. Let's also watch USAR. USAR is going to be a slower play. BULL was the #1 top gainer of yesterday. Do not forget, BULL, #1 top gainer of yesterday, starting to come back on down towards around 49 bucks. So BULL looking to see, can that play get a dip buy and bounce play, start working itself back on up. JNVR, #1 craziest spike of all of April. MURA, #1 top gainer this morning, still trying to slowly work and slowly grind. We're trying to see which one's going to get halted first, which one's going to steal the show, which one's going to get all the action. So right now, team, we are waiting. My position box is right here. You'll see the moment I pull the trigger so that you guys are all good. MURA traders, this is still a play that has a lot of buying volume, a lot of hype, and a lot of attention. It came out with a really dumb press release this morning. It said we're going to explore strategic alternatives. It usually means the company is not doing well in its current field and it's going to change into something else. Like a lot of times, let's just take, for example, Stek, can you give me an example of what this means? Let's say you're a bakery. You're a bakery and you say, all right, we don't make any money. We're a bakery and we lost $10,000 this month. Okay, let's try to do it again. Okay, we're a bakery, and again, we lost $5,000 this month and $6,000 this month. If they were a publicly traded company, right, you could trade them. They might say, hey, we're going to try something new. Our bakery doesn't make anything. Okay, so now we're going to start a scooter company. Hey, we're now scooters, right? That's basically what MURA is doing. MURA, in the simplest terms, they're not making money. So they came out the press release this morning saying, we're going to try something new. Now, is that enough to spike the stock up 150%? I mean, depends. Maybe if you're like, oh yeah, I like that they're trying something new now. But at the same time, it's still a bad company. We don't even know what it is that's new. So right now, MURA still the #1 top gainer. This is where the majority of hype is going. Also, the S&P 500. S&P 500, guys, right now has room to run up towards what area? 549. So, unfortunately, we didn't get that perfect bounce play. Remember, the perfect bounce play would be off the purple line, spike back up to the red line. Right here. Here's the uptrend. Just came back down to the purple line, room to run up towards the red line. And again, that's just support and resistance. You guys can see these images over on Fox Runner. But again, go back into a 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, the S&P 500, got to put on post market to see this. You guys can see we did come on down pretty close. We came on down to 536. Right now, we're again at the price of 540. Are we going to pop and rip and run today up towards 549 as this wedge gets tighter and tighter and tighter? As this wedge gets tighter and tighter and tighter, are we going to squeeze and pop, get ourselves up to that 549 mark after bouncing off that bottom wedge? Right? So again, that's where the SPY is at, as again, traders are still looking to see, okay, hey, this thing might pick on up some steam. Hey, this thing might get a little bit more action. MURA, high watch and high alert over on MURA. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get this party started here. Let's see what we got over on this day. SNYR still getting a little bit of a drop. ARBB, USAR. USAR, guys, rare earth materials. Remember, China basically said, hey, you want these rare earth materials that you use for your defense, you use for your military, you use for whatever. We're going to put a tariff on you. China's, again, just playing our game a little bit. They're putting tariffs on us. So, again, rare earth USA is now starting to move itself on up. You know, you can see it's actually a headline right here over on CNBC. CNBC is stating right here, it's the #2 thing. It says, U.S. inability to replace rare earth supply from China poses a threat to defense. So we get a lot of rare materials from China. China is saying, nope, we don't want to give you these anymore. Or you're going to have to pay a super high tariff. So guess what's spiking now? Well, again, USA rare earth. Saying, hey, we got to be able to find these rare materials in the USA, or if China gets anything from us, let's not give it to them. So basically, that's what's happening at this time. MURA still again sitting as the top play, does have a bigger upper shadow. Watch for a pullback. Upper shadow, pullback could be coming soon, back on down towards 211. Watch for one last little pop. One last little pop, but then probably is going to fade back down towards down that 211 area. So right here, traders, we have all of our trade idea scanners up, moving, rocking, and rolling. As you guys know, trade ideas, we are giving you guys a discount as well for Black Friday at this moment. So make sure you guys are checking that on out if you guys haven't yet. So MURA starting to fade here slightly. Room to run up towards 310, which would be the 50-day moving average. Looking for kind of what's going to be next. What's going to be the first, next play? Guys, BULL trying to get a little pop back on up. BULL, little bit of a spike. Remember, $50 is the perfect dip buy area. We'll see how well this can go. BULL can easily get the hype, easily get the buying volume, easily get the momentum on the next leg. So, guys, here comes BULL. Take a look right here. Let's go back to a larger time frame. 5-minute time frame. BULL. Touch the downtrend, rejected. Touch the downtrend, rejected. Touch the downtrend, rejected. Touch the downtrend, rejected. It technically needs to get back above 56 bucks. If you get back above 55, 56 bucks, BULL could squeeze and spike. But it has to get back above this purple downtrend that I drew in. And once you again break that, that's where again that buying volume and momentum will take on over. So this is one of those high alert times that you definitely want to stay ready for, and you want to make sure you're putting yourself in on the best positions possible. See if you could squeeze and start ripping and running here a little bit better. PSTV, anything? No. MURA, watching SNYR, ARBB. Guys, USAR, I feel like USAR is just going to be one of those slow plays. By the end of today, it's going to be at 1660. That's what I feel like. At the end of today, it'll be at 1660, just slow and steady. Why does SBEV keep showing on up? SBEV keeps showing on up, but it's not like it's doing anything too big. It's not like it's going on any sort of crazy rip and run right now. S&P 500, still sitting right around that 540 mark. Any sort of economic data today? Let's just double check this. Any sort of news, economic data, anything that could pop on up and really make us some money? Tuesday, no news today, guys. No news on Tuesday. Nothing big coming on up. No news at 10 a.m. Nothing that could change the S&P 500. Yesterday was a little bit slower. Remember, yesterday was a little bit slower on the S&P 500. We want something to kind of wake up this market a little bit. We want something to get a little bit more crazy. We want something to get a little bit more wild. We want something to be able to get, a little bit more of that crazy action. So that's very important. Very important to get a little bit more of that crazy action and momentum. SKYE, guys, SKYE. This stock did not have much volume this morning, but now it is getting halted on the upside. So SKYE, does anyone remember this play? This was actually a play, I'm going to be honest with you. This was a play that I crossed off the list because it wasn't doing anything in pre-market. Remember, we looked at pre-market, guys. SKYE looked like this. Nothing was going on with SKYE at all. Nothing. There was no action, no volume, and I said, guys, you probably don't want it. There's no buying volume. But what is actually happening over on SKYE? SKYE right here actually comes on out and says bioscience demonstrates over a 30% weight loss with its drug with combination of preclinical models. So we actually do have a good credible press release over on SKYE right here that could go on a crazy rip and run, right? We go over and we check this on out. SKYE. Go over towards this play. What do we see on the most recent news right here? Right? Most recent news over on SKYE. We check this on out. It says SKYE demonstrates over 30% weight loss in its drug. It shows comparable weight loss and Tepzone alone addictive to a diet of demonstrates superior potency. So if we wanted to open up this full article right here, we could see that right now does have credibility. Let's do a little bit more research over on SKYE at this time. SKYE 17 million in float. Now this stock is a little bit bigger in float. It says 17 million in float, but at the same time, that was a pretty explosive move right there, wasn't that? That was a pretty quick little spike right there over on SKYE. Well, Deck, how is a 17 million in float stock running so well? Well, one of the reasons is it's only $1. It was only $1.40. So if you have, let's say, a little bit of a larger float, what is the float? The shares available to the public. If it's lower in price, more people can buy more shares, which means that float can get eaten up more quicker. So again, 17 million float isn't bad. It's not a 1 million in float stock. It's not a 1 million in float stock, but at the same time, it's not, it's not 100 million in float. SKYE has room to run up towards, again, the price of 240. Let's see if anything else is going crazy. If not, SKYE could be a play for us. MURA starting to turn and fade. So MURA, guys, starting to turn and fade. SNYR not doing too much. ARBB not too much. USAR, the little turn on USAR. So MURA is falling. That's the number one play that everyone just loved. I never really liked it. That play is falling right now. SNYR, that play is starting to fade and fall at this moment. USAR, little pullback, but still trying to stay alive. We do have JNVR, the Solana play, trying to get some hype. And what's BULL doing? BULL, that's starting to fall. Right now, traders, it seems like some of the most attention is going to be over to SKYE. SKYE, Deck, what's the risk? The risk is this could open on up and just dump right back down towards $1.80. If this stock spikes and squeeze, it's going to try to get up to the 50-day moving average. That's going to be your target. The 50-day moving average at the price of 240 is going to be the target. So this is the play that if I had to make a prediction, if I had to make an assumption out of this play, I do think that this play is going to open on up. And the moment that it opens on up, it's going to try to, spike run up towards around that 240 mark. That's what I would say is most likely going to try to happen over on this play. And we'll see if the stock is going to be able to hold up its gains here. Let me see something quickly. So SKYE right now at this time. We're going to keep our eyes peeled on this. See where this play goes. I was going to see if look to see if I can get filled on this right when this opens on up. SKYE opens on up at 9:42 and 16 seconds. Let's see where we open up at here, guys. It seems like a buying volume and momentum are shifting to SKYE. It looks like we're going to be gapping up. Now, as this gaps on up, what's going to happen? We're going to gap on up most likely, and we're just going to come right back on down, or we're going to shoot right on up towards around that 240 mark. That's going to be tough. Let's see here. I'm actually going to look to do this, guys. What I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to put in entries on SKYE, and I'm going to give this a chance. I think it's going to gap up, and then I'm going to look to see if I can get filled on a quick little pullback. So this stock is actually going to be opening on up here, traders, and I will look to actually get filled over on this play. I'm going to look to see if I can get filled over on SKYE when it opens and go up to that 240. Okay, this one should be opening on up in about 15 seconds. So I'm going to actually watch for a gap up. Then I'm going to place limit orders. So I'm looking for gap up, come back down, fill me, shoot up to 240 and make a profit. That's what I'm looking for. SKYE. Are we over again 10 minutes right here? Got halted at, or 5 minutes, 9:37 and 16 seconds. I think we actually just crossed the 5-minute halt. So again, what my game plan is what I'm thinking here. Okay, let me just explain to you guys everything I'm thinking. I don't want any confusion. Number one, SKYE did just come out with a good press release. We saw that the press release is solid. Talked about how they have good drug results. People like it. Number two, it's 17 million in float. Not the lowest float stock in the world, but it has good volume, and that's really all we care about. We care about good volume, volatility. SKYE is a stock that just got halted on the upside. It's spiking. While a lot of the top gainers here, like MURA, just had a pullback, or SNYR is starting to have a pullback, or again, we could take a look at some of these plays that are starting to fade and fall. There's SKYE that we're looking at right now, but some of the other popular ones, have been kind of fading and falling, such as like BULL, right? So I'm looking for a relevant play with good news that is reaching highs that could steal the mob and start going on a spike. That's kind of my thought process there. SKYE though, it is going to have strong resistance at the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is right at 237. This play looks like it's going to be gapping up towards around that 235 mark right away, 237. What I think most likely is going to happen, it's going to gap up, hit the 50-day moving average. Right when it hits the 50-day moving average, it's going to have profit taking. I want to get filled on that profit taking and then have it spike right back on up. So, again, just drawing it on out to kind of make it a little bit more clear. It's going to be number one, we have SKYE right now, currently halted. Right here is the 50-day moving average. We already have bids at 235. Bids are at 235, so I think when we open on up, we're going to open up right here. Now, since we open up right here, we are going to get a sell-off because people are going to take profits. But then we're going to see buying volume trying to move back on in, try to break it a few times. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. What I'm going to look to do is try to get filled at this area and not at the high, but at a better area near a low to be able to get filled, get a bounce, and be able to work ourselves back on up. That's what I'm looking for. So, SKYE, limit orders at around $2, 205, 206, gap up above our order, come back down, get filled, shoot back on up. That's what I'm looking for, okay? So SKYE is going to be getting unhalted here in about 2.5 minutes. We'll go from there. MURA, still staying alive, guys. MURA, still staying alive. Dek, where's the target over on MURA? MURA target is going to be the 50-day moving average of 308. 50-day moving average is MURA, MURA. Mura's target, 308. That's the 50-day moving average. ELPW, DTX. But I will say, I don't want MURA spiking on up if I want to get filled on SKYE. Dek, why not? If SKYE opens on up, guys, and MURA is also at highs, what do you think could happen? SKYE might not get as much hype. SKYE might not get as much hype if MURA is spiking towards highs. Now, why is that? Because if we have, this is the number one top gainer. MURA is the number one top gainer on this morning. The majority of traders are focused over on MURA. So if MURA keeps on spiking, people are going to stay on MURA. If MURA dumps on off, then people might go to SKYE. So SKYE is going to have some risk. Don't go massive on this play. I would not suggest anyone going big on SKYE at all. But again, maybe do 500 to 1,000 shares. I don't know. Invest 3,000, 4,000 bucks at most. See if it's stock can rip up, back up towards $3, and we can make some money. That's what I would be looking for. But don't again, kill yourself over it. BULL, watching to see if that this play can spike on up. We're also going to see if the S&P 500 can start coming back on down towards our bounce plays, coming back on down towards our areas, making this money, making this cash, and go from there. All right here, traders. So, got a couple again. We have a game plan. I'm going to be keeping my loss very, very tight as well. If I go in the red, I'm just going to say, hey, not worth it for me to, lose anything. Not going to be worth it for me to lose anything. Not going to be worth it for me to take any unnecessary loss. So again, if I go in the red, I'm going to keep everything nice and tight. Still think SKYE is going to be opening on up with that gap up. SKYE is going to be opening on up in 14 seconds. Little heads on up here, guys. 14 seconds over on SKYE. Looks like it's going to be gapping up and above the 50-day moving average. Little heads on up. Already bids up towards 250. We'll see what we got. We got 4 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. SKYE. I'm in. I am not, I'm not in, but we are live. Guys, look at this. SKYE SKYE, gap up. I did not get filled. There was never a lower shadow. It shows that there's a lower shadow here. It never came back on down to 210. This stock, again, gapped on up towards the price of 240, and it never came back on down. This stock right now is halted over on SKYE. It never came back down to our price. It didn't. Right? That has yet to come back down to the price that we wanted. That had yet to come back on down. But I'm happy, of course, what we're understanding about SKYE. Even when I don't make a massive profit on a stock, I still always, again, give myself a little pat on the back. I do always get myself a little excited. I always do get myself like, hey, Dek, you're calling the right place. There's over 9,000. I think there's 9,786 stocks available to trade. We can go over to FinViz right here. Go to screener. Okay, there's 10,000. 10,039 stocks available to trade. 10,000 stocks that you're able to trade. And again, I was just able to call out, hey guys, SKYE is going to go on a nice little rip and run right now. Turn your attention to it. I like that. I feel good about that. You know, I feel confident with my trades when I'm able to do that when I win or if I lose right here. S&P 500 trying to move itself on up. S&P 500 still trying to push itself on up. S&P 500 trying to get a little bit of momentum. So, we'll see what we can get over there. Guys, again, let's see what we got. Give me 1 second. We'll be all good. All right, here, team. All right, here, team. Let's see what we get. Let's see what's coming on up here next. SKYE still again squeezing and spiking. SKYE just went on that big rip and run right there. Now, Dek, what's like our options? You gotta have, you kind of have a little bit of not really the best options in the world right now. And what I mean by not really the best options in the world is BULL trying to move itself on up. Little heads on up, guys. I want to go back to SKYE, but little heads on up. BULL needs to break still that $55 mark. You still have that big downtrend. Still have that big downtrend right there. Now, for SKYE, what I mean by not the best options is you are either going to have to, number one, look for a dip buy. But what's the issue is? The issue is a dip buy traders might not be that great because if the stock starts turning and falling, there's a great chance that it's actually going to dump, right? So I'm a little bit nervous about a dip buy still. The other option is just to buy when this one opens on up. Dek, pull the trigger right when this opens on up, but then you're buying a stock after a 120% climb. You guys get what I mean? So if you want to get a dip buy, who can give me the answer? What is the best dip buy opportunity? What is the best dip buy price right now? Who can tell me what's going to be the best dip buy? I'll let you guys know. The best dip buy is going to be most likely right around that 50-day moving average. The 239s, but it would probably be slightly above it. It's either going to be slightly above it, right at it, or right underneath it. So the thing is, traders, if you want to get filled, you definitely still can. But you have to, again, be looking for entries probably right around that 50-day moving average. That 50-day moving average would be like your best bet, your best opportunity to be able to get filled and be able to make a profit, okay? But at the same time, I do get nervous is if you do come back on down towards this area, there's a chance it might go even lower, which does get me a little concerned, okay? Does get me a little concerned. So it's either you get a dip buy, you understand it could crash, be ready for a tight stop loss, or you buy in right when this opens on up for the next leg. I do not feel comfortable buying at the very tippity top. I do not feel comfortable. I'd much rather look for a dip buy. Now, the other option, what's the other option, guys? The other option is go ahead and short it. Stocks up 120%. We have been seeing a lot of stocks turn and dump. You could look for a short if you were interested, or you could sit back and say, hey, Dek, you know what? I think SKYE is actually going to go all the way up to the 200-day moving average today. Dek, I think SKYE is going to go up to 406. I'll look to short above $4. That could be a great option as well, right? That could be a great option. Be able to see that stock squeeze and spike and be able to push yourself all the way on up. So, SKYE, we want to stay alert, want to stay ready, and want to see what that play is going to be able to do next for us. Now, SKYE, where did this one get halted at? SKYE, traders, what time are we going to be getting unhalted on SKYE? I got to check it. Ding, 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 ding. Trade right here. SKYE going on down. We got halted at 9:47, 36 seconds. Guys, that could be in 3 seconds from now. 3 seconds we could be getting unhalted. All eyes in 3, 2, 1. All right, might be on a 5-minute halt. Might be on a 5-minute halt right now. We might be on a 5-minute halt at this moment. So SKYE got halted at what time here? Trade or 10-minute halt, excuse me. 9:47 and 36 seconds. So if we add 5 minutes, that should be 9:52 and 36 seconds. Okay, so now we are going to be getting unhalted at 9:57 and 36 seconds. So 9:57, 36 seconds. That is going to be the next time, right? That is going to be the next one that we have. We are staying alert and staying ready, traders, on all plays, on all possibilities, on all trades right here. No forcing, waiting and watching. Deck, do you still like UCAR for a slow churn? I do. Or not UCAR, USAR, excuse me. USAR. I do. Again, I cannot make any guarantees. My thought process is this is just a very slow and steady play. Even if it's not like today, it could be a multi-day just slow play. And I mean, the thing is, team, I'm going to say this as well. There's like something people call like the CNBC curse. Does anyone know what the CNBC curse is? The curse is once CNBC reports about it, that's when it's going to start fading and falling. It's like, you know, same exact thing like with GameStop. GameStop gets reported, GameStop dumps on down. USAR gets reported, USAR dumps on down. Hood, Robinhood, whatever, gets reported, it dumps on down. It's basically like the curse is, whenever again, you know, CNBC reports about it, that's basically when a whole bunch of new traders go, oh, okay, I can't wait to buy in on this, but and they run over towards it, they buy it, and then it just like fades and falls back on down, right? So, again, do I like USAR? Yes, I do. Do I think USAR has potential towards it? Yes, I do. Do I think USAR could be able to spike and climb and be able to rip and run? Yes, I do. But I think it's going to be very slow. I think it's going to be like a multi-day slow climber for that. So we will, again, watch, wait, stay alert, and see what we have coming on up. Traders, we got 2 minutes until USAR. USAR comes on out. Bull! Bull, guys, at this time, trying to get some action. So bull right now, trying to break. Trying to get that momentum, trying to get a little bit of that action, trying to spike above that downtrend. Remember, it's just that downtrend, guys. That downtrend is still holding on up. That downtrend has not been able to break on out. That downtrend still has issues. So can we be able to break that downtrend? Can we be able to get that action? Can we be able to get that momentum to be able to break that downtrend and really start going crazy? So that downtrend is going to be big for us. So BULL, high watch and high alert. Seeing if these plays are going to be able to get any sort of stronger momentum and stronger action here. And we'll see what, of course, we can get here. 9:56 in the market, traders. You have about 30 seconds until... 30 seconds until we get SKYE back in the game. SKYE, guys, gonna be opening on up here, team. Back in the game. Everyone stay ready. Everyone stay alert. SKYE opening on up in the matter of SKYE in the matter of 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's gonna be when SKYE is at 9:57 and 36 seconds. I would be saying either A, you look for a dip buy at 244, B, you buy it right when this opens, looking to explode even more, or C, you short it when it's at the 200-day moving average. Those are your options, okay? Do not allow yourself to go hefty in the red whatsoever. My position box is right above me. You guys can clearly see it, and we'll be all set, ready to rock. So, 6 seconds out. All eyes on SKYE. We're opening on up here in 5, 4. We are live. SKYE, we are live right now. We are having a gap up, new high of the day, 329, 330. We're still going, guys. Another gap up, 340, 350. We want the 200-day moving average, it looks like, up towards $4. Hold area is back on down to 254 at this moment. Most buying volume is ripping over towards these plays. We got room to run up to 405, another new high. Another new high at this moment, traders. So we are still squeezing and spiking. If you are, again, being the risky biscuits type of trader and you're saying to yourself, Deck, all I did was pull the trigger and all I'm doing is making money, hey, it's not the best way to trade, but who am I to tell you no, that's not the right way when you're crushing it? So obviously, I never want you guys to chase. I never want you guys to buy at the very tippity tops, but I do want you guys to always be, again, happy and confident and profitable and making that money. So I will still be looking for a dip buy. I'll still look for that dip buy, I'll still look for that drop, and I'll still look for some weakness if the stock can fade and fall. Right now, the LULD on the downside is 273. We just hit a brand new high of 373. Woo! Woo! I love seeing some hot plays. I love seeing some action, guys. I absolutely love, again, being able to see. I hope, again, my energy, I hope my electricity, I hope, again, my love for the markets is translating through this mic and out the webcam. All I want to do is show you love on your webcam today, guys. That's it. That's all I want to do here. So, you come to tradecaster.com, you're going to find love. That's all I can say. If it's with me or with another member. You know what, again, the ultimate dream could be? Is 2 people start dating through Tradecaster and I'm invited to their wedding. I would love that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Everyone start DMing each other right now. Everyone start DMing each other and ask them for a photo of themselves and maybe you could be attracted to them. Who knows? Okay, maybe you guys can do that later. Right now at this time, we'll keep our eyes peeled, see what we get. See what's going to be coming on up here. See where, again, the buying volume is going to be taking us next. And, of course, going from there. Little side note, again, that, sometimes people do not know as well here, traders, is for anyone who does not know, you guys can actually, again, talk to each other and call each other on Tradecaster. A lot of people, don't know this feature or don't use this feature. But if you guys actually go over towards the users tab, right here, you guys can direct message each other, but you guys can also call them as well. And when you call someone, it shows up in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can get into groups of 5. Groups of 5 where you're all in a big group chat. So if you have a microphone, if you have headphones or whatever, you can call your best buddies every day over on Tradecaster, and you can be in groups of 5 talking about your favorite plays. So not only could you be talking in the chat room, but you could also be talking over on your phone calls as well, and your group chats, your live group chats. So if, again, I want to call 710 Colombiano, I go ahead and click the call button right here. Allow while visiting the site, and now again I'm calling 710 Colombiano in the bottom right hand corner, where I'm at right here. So you guys can be able to see right there. Now I'm calling 710 Colombiano, and if he answers, maybe he will, maybe he won't. We'll see. Does anyone want to answer me? I could be able to talk to you, but I'm canceling that call right now. But again, you guys can go over here, call each other, talk to each other, get into groups, fall in love, guys. Go ahead. Cool feature that a lot of people use or don't use. Guys, little heads on up. We're starting to get a little bit weaker. AK, I'll look into that, buddy. Thank you for the heads on up. So I'll look into it. I'll look into that if, again, you had any issues with it. No problem. So everyone go back to, again, sending random pictures of yourself to random messages. There you go. Try that strategy. All right, guys. Let's see what we have right now. Taking a look, SKYE Deck, you still looking for a dip buy? I still am. Guys, dip buy, as we know. Where's the perfect dip buy? Dip buy is going to be right next to the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is at 239. If we ever do get a big pullback, if we ever do get a drop, I'll still look for a dip buy off that blue line. 50-day moving average, that's still not a bad area whatsoever at all. So we want to see SKYE, see what this one's going to be able to do. Congratulations, you guys just made some profits. Dennis Shea says, Deck, is there any time delay on watching on YouTube? It depends on where you are. It depends on where you are. It depends on your Wi-Fi connection. To be honest with you, like if you are in, some random cave or in the middle of the mountains, you might have like a 20-second delay at most. But the majority of you guys are going to be probably maybe 2 to 3 seconds behind, if that. Some people are very close within 1 or 2 seconds. Some people are, again, 3 to 4 seconds. And if you're kind of in the middle of the woods, in the middle of Antarctica, you might have like a 20-second delay. It does depend on, we try to keep it as close as possible to real time. You guys ready for this? Ready for this? Ready? Watch this. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Ready for this? Ah! All in real time. All in real time. You guys want to see it again? I learned that over with the monks. Okay, never mind. Forget about it. Forget about it. Never mind, I don't care. Never mind, forget about it. Hello. Oh! 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 Hello. Hello. Oh, it's the greatest day of my life. Oh, it's the greatest day of my life here. Hey, Bubba's. Hey, Bubba's. You're the man of the house. You want to trade stocks? Sam, just start pressing buttons. Just start pressing buttons. Good boy. Ah, you hit your head. All right. Traders, right now we are still looking for that dip buy off that 50-day moving average. Right? We are still looking for that dip buy in the 50-day moving average. If we can get filled off that 50-day moving average, we could still get an absolutely amazing dip buy. So I still like the dip buy off the 50-day moving average. Try to make my $600 on the day. 50-day moving average, back on down towards the price of $239. $239, I would say anywhere in the 240s you can get filled. 240s you can get filled, maybe low 250s. Let's see if we can go a little bit lower, see if we can get that perfect little dip buy and be able to make some money. So right now here, traders, 50-day moving average, blue line right there. See what that play is going to do. I will still look for the dip. I'll still look for the bounce. I'll still look for the opportunity. JNVR right now, traders. JNVR is still trying to push on up. $100 is in range for JNVR. It really is. JNVR, $100 is still in range on that play. Just the hottest play of April so far. Hottest play of April going into May here. This is definitely, the best of the best that we're seeing. MURA, SKYE, SNYR. I want to see if, what's going to happen here. Guys, SKYE, I still think we can get our dip. I did not get filled. Again, I'm just playing smart and safe. Hey, Dex, market moved on up. SKYE spiked all the way up towards 373. I didn't chase the top. I'm waiting for, again, good, credible dip buy opportunities that I can be able to make some money. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get that good opportunity. See if we can get a couple good bounce plays. We'll see if anything can keep on spiking. See if anything can keep on ripping and running. Right now, what's the S&P 500 doing right now? S&P 500, still kind of like back-to-back slower days on the S&P 500, eh? We're not seeing, again, as much action at this moment. We haven't seen the S&P 500 for 2 days now. Not kind of turn into that crazy mover. Not really turn into that crazy action play. Guys, SKYE, if that one falls, I will give that one a go. Guys, SKYE, giving that one a chance right here. Guys, SKYE, I am in. I am in on SKYE. If it does not bounce, I'm just going to get out. Just a little heads up for you guys. So SKYE, Deck, why'd you just pull the trigger over on this play? I just pulled the trigger to try to look for a bounce off the 50-day moving average. I just pulled the trigger looking for a bounce off the 50-day moving average. Deck, where you in at? 244. Deck, what's going to be your stop loss? Sub 225. I'm in right now. Little heads up for you guys. Looking for a bounce play to see if we can go back above that 250 area. Okay? Deck, why'd you get filled? Got filled at the 50-day moving average. Where's your stop loss? Stop loss would be if we go underneath that 225 mark. If we can spike back on up towards around 280, I'll take my profits and take a free, whatever, $300 plus. I'm in right now in SKYE though, looking to see can we actually get a little bit of a dip, bounce back above 250. Anything back underneath 229, 229, 228, I'm just going to get out. So I'm willing to give stocks a chance, especially after having a big fall and having a big fade and having a big drop. I'm not chasing the tops. I'm again looking for low opportunities to see if buyers are going to move back on in. If buyers do not move back on in, we keep it nice and tight, no harm done. So right now, traders, I need to see a bounce here soon. No bounce, keep my loss tight. No bounce, move on from the play. LULD is all the way down to 206. Don't want to get caught up if this thing ever turned into a massive dump by any sort of means. Right now, again, watching to see can we get back above 250. Very small trade right now. Again, I invested $3,400 on the trade. Invested $3,400 on the trade. If the stock does not work on out, I'm just going to move on from it. I'm not going to allow myself to take any sort of unnecessary loss. Let's even get a little bounce play and start moving. And might have to get out here if we don't bounce in a second. And guys, I'm out. Guys, taking my loss. Went after a dip buy. Did not get my dip. If you're wondering again, why, Deck, did you pull the trigger over on this play? I pulled the trigger for one simple reason and one simple reason only. Looking for a bounce off that blue line. Did not get that bounce off that blue line. Said again, I would get out if it goes underneath 225. Got out at 224. So again, got in on this play, 242, 245, 246, got out at 224, not going to allow it to lose. Got to give a stock a chance, but at the same time, guys, it's not doing what I want it to do, so I'm not going to hold and gamble. The last thing you want to ever do, the thing is, team, you always got to jump in on plays to give it a chance. But if the stock is not doing what you're doing, you just move on from it, right? It's not going to change your life in any way if you, again, take a small loss. Right? If you just take a small little hit, it's not going to do anything nasty to you. The issue is, I really don't know anyone like this. I don't know anyone who has ever blown up their account by taking small paper cuts. I really haven't. I've never met anyone who does this. Let's imagine this, you start off with $5,000 in your account, okay? Let's imagine you start off with $5,000 in your account. I don't know anyone who has ever taken so many losses that it looks like this. If each one of these lines represent a loss, unfortunately, you just have no idea what you're doing as a trader, okay? If I've never seen anyone's small account ever get blown up by looking like this. It's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, unless it will be hard to do because at some point you have to win, right? So no one ever gets blown up by small paper cuts. Do you know how people always blow up their accounts? I can literally show you and tell you why. All right, it is going to be this. We have $5,000. Let's say you start with your trades. People do this. They lose once, they get a little upset. They lose again, they get a little upset. They lose again, they get a little upset. And then they say, screw it, I don't care, I'm holding long term. And then guess what? They lose it all on one trade. The majority of people who blow up their accounts, they lose 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, and then the 5th trade, they just hold forever. And they're like, I'm down so much already, I'm just gonna hold it forever. It has to bounce back up at some point, hopefully. And it just doesn't. So the thing that I want you guys to realize is how did I so far turn my account from $5,000 to right now $9,100? Because again, I'm counting that loss right now. Right now we're at $9,150, right? I'm gonna have to make, before I had to make $600 for a profit, now we gotta be able to make about $770 for a profit. We're a little over $9,200 now. So the thing is, how again have I turned $5,000 to $9,200? I am not gonna sit here, guys, and say every time I touch a stock, I win. I am not gonna sit here and say every single time I lure to play, it's gonna go up to a 500% move. But I will sit here and say that I do win more than I lose. So if I'm not doing good on a trade, I just get out. And if the stock again isn't going on a nice rip and run, I just move on. Because the thing is, I know I will win. So why the heck will I again sit there on a bad trade that just again gets, that just sits there and I lose and lose and lose. And again, I don't want to bring up like a nasty history for anyone, but I will again say, it's the same exact thing, traders. It's the same exact thing. It's if you're in the dating world and all of a sudden you're dating a person and you're not happy. You're not happy, she's not happy, he's not happy. Why are you guys staying together? Right? Why? Why in the world? All you do is yell at each other, you fight, you hate each other, you guys don't like it, both your lives are getting ruined, and you're saying, oh, I hate my boyfriend, oh, I hate my girlfriend, but you guys just never break up. That's the same exact thing would be if you jump into a play and you just keep holding it and holding it. Just get out, just move on. Well, I don't want to, I don't know, right? And it's like, no, just get out and move on. I'll tell you guys something, right? When I was single, I would again set up a date, and if they showed on up, not looking like their Instagram pic, I would again, leave right away within seconds. I again would say a joke, and if they didn't laugh at my joke, guess what? I would excuse myself out of the dinner table. I would again just leave. That's what I would do instantly. And that's why I think I'm a great trader. So again, I do have some homework for every single person. I want every single person, again, to download Tinder, to download Hinge, download Grindr. I want you guys to set up a date. And the moment they say something that you don't agree with, just leave. That's it. That's your weekend homework, okay? I don't even care if it's going great. I want everyone practicing leaving something they think they're in love with. Because again, stock trading right here, that is going to be what you have to do. Keep your losses tight, keep your losses small. Everyone download a dating app, go on a date this weekend, tell your husband or tell your wife, again, it's a Sean Dekmar practice project. And the moment they show up, if they do not look 10 out of 10, just say, sorry, this isn't going to work. And then you just move on. Let's stand up some dates this weekend, huh? Hey, people say, Deck, your coaching, your teaching isn't orthodox. You know what? Sometimes you got to be a little out there to have greatness. Right now, SKYE, that one came right back on down. And what's the S&P 500 doing right now? Guys, S&P 500, room to run up towards around that 545 mark. 545. Alexa says, what if they leave before I can leave? What if we're both trying to leave? Hey, that's the best case scenario. Best case scenario. You guys both leave together. Nice and easy. Slip out the back door. Maybe, who knows? Maybe you guys fall in love. S&P 500 trying to get a little bit of hype. MURA, SKYE. Nope. So traders, as you guys know as well, I got the prop firm over here with One Stop Prop. Just a little heads on up because people always ask about everything. The prop firm that I use is One Stop Prop. Remember, if you have a very small amount of funds, let's say, Deck, I want to become a stock trader, but I only have $500. Deck, I want to become a stock trader, but I only have $400. What a prop firm is you are going to pay, let's say $300, $400 to take a test. The test is this. The test is you have to make $8,000 before you lose $12,000. And if you can successfully do that, they will fund you with $100,000. So you can take multiple tests. You can make a $10,000 test. It could only be, let's say, $90. You could take, again, a $100,000 test. Could be about $300. You could take a $500,000 test. Could be about $900. The more money you want, the bigger and more expensive the test is going to be. So if you're saying to yourself, Deck, I know everything there is to know about stock trading. I just don't have the funds, you know? That's why, again, prop firms have been so big recently. That's why prop firms have kind of blown up recently. So again, the prop firm that I use is One Stop Prop. You got to make $8,000 before you lose $12,000. And if you can, you will get funded $100,000 so that you can be able to trade and be able to actually get real money then. So that's the way this works. So that's One Stop Prop right there. News Scanner is, again, Fox Runner, what I use every single day. Basically just gives me all of the answers every single day. And then all my charts right here is, of course, Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas are all my charts that you guys can go ahead and check on out so that you guys can see absolutely everything right here in front of you. As you guys know, final time stating it today, it is Black Friday right now. You have today and tomorrow for Black Friday sales. Thursday and Friday, the sale is over. Today and tomorrow is it. Everything is 50% off, not only for Tradecaster membership, but also for One Stop Prop, which I just told you, it's 40% off. Also, for Fox Runner News Scanner, it's free 30 days. And for also Trade Ideas, 25% off. So make sure you guys go ahead, check this on out. Do not miss out on the biggest sale. We will not be having 50% off sales until, as you guys know, November, and you guys will be all set, ready to rock. Also, anyone who does purchase anything from Black Friday, we are throwing your name on a hat this Thursday, and we are picking out a winner for one-on-one personal coaching from myself. So make sure that you guys are all set. Make sure you guys are all good, and make sure you guys take advantage of the Black Friday sales. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything that you guys need whatsoever at all? That sale is now live. It's not live on Friday. It's live right now. It ends tomorrow. Make sure you guys go check it on out, and make sure you guys take advantage of it when you can. SALM. Let's see here. SALM. What do we have? SALM, Donald Trump Jr. and Lara Trump are investing in Christian and conservative media company Salim Media. Salim said on Monday it acquired a 30% stake of MX News, a mobile news agreement. Thank you so much, Bob Adams. So again, Bob Adams, I'm going to copy and paste that. Little heads on up. So SALM getting a little bit more hype. SALM getting a little bit more action. You guys can go ahead and check that play on out as well. Something that you guys are going to want to be focusing on. All right, here. So we got MURA. MURA is not doing too much anymore. SKYE, I went after it. I'm happy I went after it. Happy I gave it a chance. SNYR, no. OST, no. DWTX, no. S&P 500 right now. S&P 500 coming right back on down. So it's kind of like, we kind of had a little bit of back-to-back, not super hot days. But what do I always teach you guys? What do I always tell you guys? The pre-market. When did I start live streaming this morning? Take a look at the live stream. It says started 3.5 hours ago. Guys, if you want to make big money, where is all big money made? Big money is made on MURA in the mornings at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Big money is made over on SNYR in the mornings in pre-market. I want you guys to start transforming the way you guys trade. I am live every day from 7 in the morning till 10:30, 11 o'clock. And it's because I have figured out that I make way more money during pre-market than I make during the actual day. During pre-market, hot news comes on out. We study hot news. We find it. We get big spikes. We see stocks go on big time spikes. It falls back on down. You short them. They come back on down. You get dip buys. 7 a.m., 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9:30. That is going to be a much hotter time to trade. So the thing is, all big money that I've noticed is always in pre-market before the market opens on up. And every single person, every single broker will allow you to trade in pre-market. So the thing is, you can trade in pre-market. You can literally get all the news the moment it comes on out. And you can be one of the first people to buy in on SNYR. You could be the first person to buy in this morning over on MURA. MURA, guys, you want to see how simple and easy this was? You can literally rewind the live stream. We were watching this. So MURA, guys, let's go back over towards this. Let me just put on the float real quick. Float 0 to about 17 million in float. And what did we have here? Let me go to just news. And what we have is, if I scroll back on down towards around 8 o'clock this morning, this is what we had, right? MURA, where are we looking at? We have nothing. JNVR, we saw JNVR. It's still 8 o'clock news. We're watching it. And look at this, MURA. MURA, 3-star words. MURA up 148%. MURA announces plans to explore strategic alternatives. Phase 2, phase 3 coming on up here. MURA, we see that at 8 o'clock. We all of a sudden start seeing a little bit of buying volume. Take a look how early you could have gotten in on this play. 8 o'clock, stock went from $1 to $1.50. By 8:02, it was back down at $1.22. By again, the time of 8:10, it was at $1.57. And even 9 o'clock this morning, it's at $2. It spiked all the way up to $2.90. The earlier you find plays, the more money you're going to make. That's why, again, the most success I have is during pre-market. Pre-market is where I have the most successes possible. Okay? Netflix almost back above the 1K level. Oh, guys, almost Netflix getting back above the 1K level. Also, traders, let me show you this image just in case you guys do not know. Again, last Monday, I bought in on all of my plays, but I always like to be transparent and let you guys know what plays I'm in on. Another big question that people always ask me is this. People have been saying, Dek, how long are you going to hold your long-term investment stocks? And the answer is everything that I bought is over in my 401k. Everything I bought is over in my retirement account. So I cannot even touch these funds until, again, I can't even touch these funds until I'm 60. So another 30 years. So as you guys can see, I actually bought in right here Monday, April 7th. Monday, April 7th, I typed out full transparency. I'm entering 50% of my retirement portfolio into these plays. So I have about $130,000 in my retirement portfolio. These are the plays that I bought in on Monday, April 7th, guys. So let's see where we're at here. Number 1, VST. VST, Monday, April 7th, VST was at $92. It's now at $114. Netflix, Monday, April 7th, Netflix was at $826. It's now at $978. Meta right here. Again, it was at $481. It's at $530. Uber, as you can see, was at $60. It's now at 74 bucks. Apple was at $169. It's now at $200. Google was at the price of $140. It's now at $157. Bros was at the price of, again, $47. It's now at $58. Amazon, $160. It's now at $180. Kava, $70. It's now at $80. Microsoft was at $345. It's now at $387. TXRH stock was at April 7th, $149. It's now at $163. Palantir was at $67. It's now at $95. And last but not least, Nvidia. It was at $86, now at $111. This is the best entry I have ever had with a long-term trading. With long-term trading, this is the best entry. This is the best trade I've ever made in my life. For a long-term retirement account, for long-term investing, these plays, I literally nailed the lowest day of the lowest day that we could possibly have. So, these are all the trades that I bought. I bought them all, of course, as you guys can see, April 7th. Full transparency. I've been, again, sitting on out. I worked with this, with a highly rated financial advisor. I'm saying this and showing you guys this right now because these are the plays that I've jumped on in. Right? I even posted this, on April 7th later on the day. Investors are sitting out scared right now. I've now invested $60,000. I refuse to miss out on the time where stocks are down over 30%. I'm in. So again, that was April 7th, guys. And again, that was my best entry ever for these long-term plays here. DWTX, come right back on down. DWTX, fade, fall, drop, and comes right back on down here. So right now here, traders, OST, a little bit of spike. We're getting a little bit of random rips and runs, little pops and climbs here. S&P 500 getting a little bit weaker at this moment. Team, if you guys do have any final questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I am more than happy to let you guys know. I'm more than happy. You know what? We should do another giveaway, guys. You guys see this? How about this, traders? For another giveaway we can do is how about we give away 2 tickets to the brand new Fire Festival 2. Would anyone want to go to this? Brand new tickets of Fire 2? Fire Festival 2? Anyone open to that? Those would be 2 good tickets, guys. Those are going to be hot. Those are going to be good. So does anyone remember the Fire Festival 1? You guys might. You guys might remember, again, Fire Festival 1. So again, 1 ticket right now for how great the Fire Festival 1 is $1,400. Let's go up towards, again, maybe a little bit, something a little bit more exclusive. The VIP access, your own exclusive getaway is $5,000. Okay. So again, $5,000 for a VIP over at the Fire 2 Festival. Whoa, okay, how about this? Artist access. So all the artists that are going to be performing, you'll be able to be part of it, be able to meet them for $25,000. Okay, what is this? What is this? Whoa. What is this? $1.1 million. That is going to give you a private yacht. I can pay $1.1 million, get a private yacht, a mansion, travel, and have a full experience. I get to go hang gliding. I get to get strapped on. I get to go skydiving. Okay. So guys, what tickets should we get? I'm thinking the $1.1 million. I'm even like scared to click this just because I'm scared like all of a sudden they're just going to like automatically be like, oh yeah, you clicked it. But I want to see, how do people even pay $1.1 million? Can you do that on a credit card? Like, or is it something else here? So we'll see what we get. I watched this interview last night. It made me giggle. This interview was pretty funny.
2 is real. My dream is finally becoming a reality.
8 years after the infamous Fire Festival spectacularly flamed out,
no one can get in the room,
leaving attendees who'd been
MMA champion, teach you tech, have art.
So basically, the funny thing he said, this made me laugh. It's, you're paying $1.1 million to go to this Fire Festival and for the artist. And they were like, well, who's going to perform? And he was like, we want to be the first people to have no artists. So it's like, what are we doing? Listen to this. It just made me laugh.
Artists have been announced yet.
So we're going to have artists across electronic, hip hop, pop, and rock. However, it's not just music. We might have a professional skateboarder do a demonstration. You might have an MMA champion teach you techniques in the morning. And
you say we might.
Nice. Hey, I want to go hear music. Well, you know what? We're not going to have much music, but we're going to have, maybe a guy teaching you some MMA tactics. Maybe if you want to learn how to do a kickflip, maybe we'll teach you how to do a kickflip in the middle of the day. Hey, not bad tickets right there.
For international travel.
McFarland says he knows the experience might not be for everyone.
It's 2,000 people taking the risk, seeking the adventure, and wanting to be there for the moment.
Taking the risk. Is it a risk to buy a ticket to Fire Festival too?
I think it's always a risk. You're taking a risk because I made a lot of bad decisions and messed up the first festival. Until it's experienced, there is a risk component to it.
So now a minimum restricts his...
Let's see here. Fire 2, baby. Gonna be wild. That was a good documentary. That was like so big. Remember back in 2021 when that documentary came on out? That was a good entertaining 2 hours. That thing kind of blew up though for a while. That was a good entertaining 2-hour documentary. Everyone watched that. I feel like everyone watched that documentary. I know there's some guy right now sitting in chat be like, I have no idea what they're talking about at this moment. Go to Netflix. Watch the Fire 1 documentary. It's pretty good. All right, here, traders. OST, guys. Hold it actually on the downside right now, Akun. Hold it on the downside over on OST. Hit the 50-day moving average, starting to get a little bit weaker. Team, I think I am good for myself on the morning. Good for myself over on this day. The S&P 500 just isn't moving that much right now. You still have the same game plan, the same setup, but the S&P 500 just not really getting that next leg. Team, stay smart at this time. Do not force. Put yourself in the best positions that you possibly can. Wait for those easy setups. And of course, get ready to rock and roll. As always, I'm live streaming every single day. As always, we have our absolutely incredible community. They're also live streaming every single day, making sure that you guys have nonstop action. As always, you guys have videos over to the video library. Join the live streams. Watch the lessons. Make sure you guys check it on out. And again, on Thursday, we will be picking a winner for one-on-one personal mentoring so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll. Traders, I absolutely love working with you guys. I hope you guys have had an absolutely fantastic, so much fun morning. And of course, we want to see everything that's going to be showing on up. As you guys know, I jump on the mic bright and early every single morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time, making sure you guys are trading the best of the best plays, especially when they first come on out and when they come on out. And I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll to see what's really going to be coming on up here next. Guys, I love you. Have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. Enjoy those profits. Enjoy those gains. And if you need anything at all, please let me know. Team, you guys are fantastic, amazing. Help me wrap this thing on up. You guys know the drill here, baby. In 3, 2, 1. Happy Tuesday, happy Black Friday, and let's keep on crushing it. DWTX, guys, little heads on up. DWTX only going to be able to probably get up towards around that 617 mark. DWTX, $6 going to be strong resistance. Stay smart, no forcing, stay alert and stay ready. I love you guys. See you later.
She don't laugh the same way no more. We don't do the same. I'm a hustler, I don't need man, one of y'all, you see it. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
It's time. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Everything will be alright if you keep me next to you. You don't know about me, but I bet you want to. Everything will be alright if we just keep dancing that way.
trying to be enemy.
So when you're gonna tell her that we did that too, she thinks it's special, but it's all reused. That was our place. I found it first. I made the jokes you tell to her when she's with you. Do you get deja vu when she's with you? Do you get deja vu? Do you get deja vu?
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit, but take it this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to chip on. When I was down to talk, you went in for. Baby, hit that back and burn. You gotta use it hurt. To leave it working. Close the window, hands right up in your skirt. Take off, hit the curve. To leave it working.
Keep reaching, and I'll keep coming back. If you gon' focus, then I'm okay with that. If you leave the light on, I'll leave the light on.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear. Oh, come on, let's take off